Okay, we're live, you guys. Hey, you guys who all are in here, welcome. I know you guys probably were looking for a show either on Friday night or Saturday morning, but we decided to do it on a Monday evening, which is right about now. So
Yep.
make sure,
Hi, guys.
yeah, so make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And I guess we got a lot to unpack. It was a abbreviated because we didn't have an episode on New Year's Day, right?
Technically, we had one for BTG. It was
Mm-hmm.
their season finale. It didn't air in certain places, which is I didn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else was preemption or a repeat episode.
That's what I thought. Okay. I hate that because I was looking forward to, and I
It
know
aired
you dropped
here.
the link. Oh, it aired where?
It aired where I was in Ohio. I know New York didn't see it because they had their mayor's inauguration was airing, but I wasn't sure about other cities.
Yeah, it didn't air here in Chicago.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I wonder why they did that. And then where it didn't air, I guess you just had to find it online or something. And thank God Bree dropped it because I was like, when I saw it on Friday, I'm like, wait, did I miss something? What
The
happened to the
the
scene where, I asked about the scene where Danny went
yeah.
over to the house and Haley tried to throw her out.
Yeah.
That was the season finale episode,
Right, right.
Yeah, it
and
was.
I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
No, I didn't see any. I didn't know they even aired the episode in certain places, and so I saw like the stuff that people were saying on Reddit, like, "Oh my god, it was such a beautiful episode. I cried." I'm like, "What are y'all talking about?"
Right.
Mhm.
And I went to the blog site that posts the other shows, and they post BTG, and I saw the episode. I was like, "Oh, okay.
Wait,
I
so
guess
they're
some people
posting
got it."
BTG over there now?
Yes, they are.
Is it ahead?
Unfortunately, no. Just
It's just a,
I was doing the research about the Canada episodes. I'm like, maybe they got the episodes. Let me check.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, no. I'm still looking. They are ahead though, but I'm still looking.
You said about a week, right?
No, I think they slowed it down, so they should be like a couple of episodes ahead. Not a full week though.
yeah.
Okay.
I I'm glad that I just so happened to catch it on TV because I had my TV on that station.
Hmm.
Because I totally forgot that just like with YNR and Bold, when they upload when the new season starts, they take the old season off of Paramount. So if you didn't
Oh.
watch it that day,
Hmm.
the next day it was gone because
Wow.
they started the next season or season two the next day. So when you went on Paramount, season one was gone, which included that episode because it was part of the season, the last episode of season one.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, you guys. I know we kind of got a little sidetracked with the Beyond the Gate stuff. But make sure again that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button on the way in. And yeah, we got some things to unpack. So, welcome you guys to Soap Corner Talk. We're going to unpack the week of December 29th through January 2nd. We are officially in 2026. There was a new intro. So, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the new intro. Let me know what your thoughts are. Because I know for the month of December I did the whole Christmas intro for the videos. But I did post a video for the Bold and the Beautiful today and with the new intro. So let me know what you guys think. We're going to be recapping The Young and the Restless first, The Bold and the Beautiful, and then Beyond the Gates. And then we have our segments, Flip the Script, Who's Taking Several Seats, Star of the Week, Pickle of the Week, and the Simple Olympics and the Lily Winters Award. Now, if you were here last Wednesday morning, we did the best and the worst of 2025. We kind of broke down all of the storylines. That live, I think, went about 3 hours. And we had
Yeah,
a good old time.
we weren't really planning on it for it to be 3 hours.
Right, but it went 3 hours, and we were able to get you guys off. But there are a few, I don't know. Hopefully, we can get those in tonight because that was the things that we were going to do. And Keish, did you get my message? Because you wanted to know the um the other categories.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
I don't have something for everything, but I have a few things
Okay.
to add.
Okie dokie. And you still have your list, right, Bree?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, you really enjoyed Wednesday? I hope you guys did. I was wondering, we did this before the previous years as well, where we get to the end of the year and we do like a recap for the entire year and talk about the storyline. So I'm glad you guys really enjoyed that on Wednesday morning. And and hopefully you guys had an amazing New Year's Eve. You guys spent time with family, or whether you went to church, or whether you went out to celebrate, or just a quiet time at home. Hopefully you guys had a great New Year's weekend. All of the holidays are over. Everybody, I'm assuming, is back to work because I had a lot of time off, and I'm like, dang, it went by fast.
I am so happy. Kids go back to school. Yay.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm just so thrilled.
Now,
I
Keish,
can't wait for Tuesday.
Keish, you're officially retired now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Whoa!
January 1st.
Woo!
Military retired. Let me say that.
Right.
I'm going back to work in a few months.
Oh, what you got to do at the? Where you going, girl?
Oh, I don't know. I'll apply for some position somewhere.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not I'm not in a rush or anything, but
Okay, you taking this next 3 months to enjoy yourself,
mhm.
get some relaxing time.
Yep.
Well, congrats. Thank you for your service over these
Thank you.
past, what, 30 years? 20
Oh
years?
no, 2025.
25 years.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Thank you, Keys.
My
Mm-hmm.
pleasure.
Did you, how many deployments have you had over the past 25 years?
One, two, three.
Three. Okay.
I
And
was
I know
supposed
that
to
I
do.
know you wanted to get one more in, which
Yeah,
didn't happen. So,
yeah. Didn't
mm,
work out.
yeah. So, enjoy your retirement, girl. We get to hopefully see you
Man.
more often on the podcast again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to do.
What you say? I ain't got nothing but time.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, for you guys that are new here, Keish and I have been officially about 6 years now.
Mhm.
So we originally started out, I met Keish on Facebook when I branched off from being a panelist on another podcast. And I'm like, I want to do my own thing. And I was like, who wants to join and do a podcast? And Keish hit me up. And the rest is history. Then
Yep.
2022, Keish and I started on Anchor, which was a platform that's now owned by Spotify. And then I moved it to the YouTube side in 2022. That's when we finally got our girl Bree in here because
Hi.
well, well, okay. Before Bree, there was Trish because Keish went on deployment. Trish came in and covered for Keish, and then we got Bree in, and then it was me, Bree, and Trish. Then, of course, as we know, a couple years back in 24, Trish lost her husband, and so she took a little bit of a leave. But then we also ended up with Jay Money. He pops in for a while, talking crazy in my chat. And then he also has been a panelist from time to time, not on a consistent basis, but he definitely support us and the channel and the platform. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit of a history lesson to catch you guys up. Some of you guys have been with me from day one from Anchor and came over to YouTube with us. when me back in the Keisha and I days, you know. So I mean, Keisha, we went through it. We started with that, and then we hit COVID, and then we
Yep.
had that break in the middle of the year, and we was like, "What we gonna do? What we gonna talk
Yeah.
about?"
Because how long was it when the soaps were pretty
It was
much
like
just
6 months.
reruns? Man,
Mm-hmm.
6 months without new soaps, without new
Right.
episodes.
Mm-hmm. And so when they came back in the fall, we were so excited about that. And we
Hmm.
got right back onto it, and the rest is history. So,
Yeah, I didn't
hmm
care how goofy it looked. The fact, all the different COVID precautions and stuff that they had to take. So they were using mannequins and all that kind of stuff.
oh my
It
God.
looked goofy, but I didn't care. I was just happy that it was back on the air.
Me too. And one of the biggest things that Keisha and I really was talking about was Adam, because I was always loving the fact that they had Mark Grossman on at the time, and we always talked
Mhm.
about that scene with him and Sharon, and how he need to get his own company, and we were definitely Adam fans back then. So I don't know about
Mhm.
now. Adam getting on my nerves, but
She said not now.
he getting on my nerves. Oh, Brooklyn says it's been 4 years I subscribed to your podcast on YouTube. Yes, thank you,
Aw.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And Monique say she came over from Anchor with us, so Monique been around for a while with us.
Oh
OG,
wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
OG listeners.
Yep. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this party started as we start out another new year with Y&R. This whole thing with Matt Clark. Well, he officially wanted to be known as Matt Clark because we've been calling him Mitch Mark, or wait a minute, Mitch Matt.
Mitch Matt.
We've been calling him Mitch
Mitch.
Matt, yeah, and so now we just gonna call him Matt Clark. That's been a big storyline this week. Also, still moseying along with this AI program. We still is hanging in the air with that. Phyllis is trying to find her bearings. First, Jack and Billy wanted to use her. Then Jack was like, no, and he was an idiot last week. And I did a standalone video about that. So we kind of talked about some of that stuff. Of course, Holden being a simp, he wants to be with Claire so bad that he would even almost incriminate himself. And yeah, Audra is not happy about it. And then as we moved into Monday, which is the January 5th episode, stupidly, they thought that Mr. Nick Newman was going to be able to handle Matt Clark. And instead, he ended up crashing the car.
We see where Noah gets his stupidity from.
Oh, man. Tell me about it. Where y'all want to start?
Oh Lord, we'll just go from the beginning. Because I'm looking at that picture right there at Jack and Phyllis, because they didn't really touch anything else with the AI software after that point.
Mm-mm.
At this point, what they celebrated, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all these different holidays, and his company is still under attack. I don't think Jack cares at this point. He even said at his own mouth, he'll tank his own company. And Victor's like, how many millions are you losing? And he hanging his hat on Nikki's going to help us. Mm-hmm. Michael's going to help us. We don't need Phyllis. But if you're losing millions per day, you have your employees to think about, and you're worried about your father's legacy, wouldn't you work with the devil you do know versus the one that you don't?
Yeah, that's the part I did not understand. It's like, why would you go against the one person who has the means to do this? Yeah. There is no way he shouldn't have even expected Nikki to turn on her husband to help him.
And that's pretty much what she told him to.
Right. I mean, and then Michael, he sold out to a coin.
A coin. One of them little infomercial quarters or something. You get the whole booklet. So every month, but Victor's gonna give him a coin just to make sure he stays and focuses on the Newmans. I'm like, that's all it took. You would have thought it was a piece of jewelry to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part was Nikki showing up to this man's house and said, you know what? This won't be long. He was trying to offer her with croissants and coffee and tea and whatever she wanted. She's like, oh, this won't take long.
Wait a minute. Look,
I
hey,
spent time with.
hey, Bree, did you get deja vu from that? Because Kyle did the same thing when Claire came over, and Claire was like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm not gonna be here long."
yeah. She was like, look, I know you want me to help you get the software, but after spending time with Victor and the family, I think I'm just going to take myself on out of it. But I'm going to reach out to Victor's heart. And it's funny because Tracy and Lily were talking about Colleen, who gave Victor his heart, and he did nothing with it.
Yeah. Oh, did you get invested into Y&R last week, Keish? Because I know for the past few weeks prior, you was like, eh.
No, I watched again a couple of episodes. I watched Friday's episode, and I watched like maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes of episodes from last week, from each day.
Oh, okay.
And I honestly don't remember much about what I watched. I only remember Friday's episode.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, but I don't.
And some of the Tessa Daniel stuff.
I mean, this man was so sold in his deepest of his hearts that Nikki was going to come through for him. And I'm like, she's the wife of the guy that's coming after you. What? Really? You actually thought that?
Mm-hmm. And Gail Lewis, yes, Diana's not going to like it. That's the person who I wish would just walk in and heard that conversation and then look at her husband's face, because Jack swore up and down, 2 weeks ago, oh, Nikki's got to have our back. And he was sharing all of their plans to try to stop Victor with Nikki, saying, like, it's our best shot. We need to see if she'd be able to help, and who better to try to get the software than Nikki. That's who I wanted to hear this conversation this week, where Nikki shows up to their house to say, hey, I'm just going to stay out of it. But I think I can try to reach out to Victor's heart, and he may be able to stop and let our families be. The look on Jack's face, where is his anger that he had for Adam for Nikki? Your friend is playing in your face like she's been doing for years. She's always known that Victor was always on the attack, and she did nothing. I mean, even with this, she went to sleep. She was slow dragging her feet. She had time to give Victor a gift, but not try to keep you updated on Victor's attack against your family company.
Right.
And you're allowing millions and millions to fly out the window each and every day, that you don't allow Phyllis to help you, but you want to hang your hat on Nikki and Michael.
Yeah, I mean, and then he started questioning Billy, because Billy was like, listen, I don't think you want to go that route. I think you want to, and obviously he's thinking that, oh, Billy is going to go back trying to get after, how he was with Chancellor Winters or whatever. And it's like, no, he's trying to tell you the logical choice is to take Phyllis up on her offer. All she asked for is to give autonomy to her daughter for the company. And at first he was like, okay, we can do that. But then all of a sudden he switched gears, talking about, yeah, she's a wild card. I don't trust her. Let's go with these two. Well, how did that work out?
Yep. And that's my thing, too. Has Michael called you back? Has he called Diane back? Because he's helping Victor plot against you. But once again, you're talking about people you trust.
Right.
You trust Michael knowing that
Mm-hmm.
he will forever do what Victor tells him. He throws a bone, he gonna jump and he gonna flip and he gonna get it. This man wanted to be back in Victor's good graces so badly. He took embarrassment. He was crawling over to Newman Enterprises and crawling back to the ranch to get for Victor to forgive him after trying to save Victor from going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Victor knows Michael was putty in his hands.
Yeah, and he knew that Jack and them would probably try to get to him. So he was like, you know what? Come here, let me sit down and have a conversation with you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a Christmas gift for you.
he called the infomercial. He had time. He had to deliver. He's
Oh
like,
man.
Michael here, and he made up some history, like, oh, this is a Russian coin or the Norwegian coin or something like that.
Girl,
Like,
that
he
was
don't even know.
that was the funniest thing ever. And I was cracking up. And dude was like, "Oh, okay." And he said, "Yeah, I give you this coin, but you gonna have to be 110% loyal to me." And he was like, "Okay." I'm like, Lord,
Yeah.
Lauren, go sign your divorce papers right now.
She was encouraging him. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
she was because he was trying to decide, like, should I help the Abbotts or do I really want to be underneath the wrath of Victor? Or she, I think she told him to help the Abbotts, but I think he went ahead and went rogue. Something about that coin, you would have thought that was like a diamond tiara from Victor.
Girl.
To him. He was just happy. And that whole conversation sounded like a whole situationship.
It did, didn't it?
Like, I never, like he was saying, well, the way you've been acting, it's hard to tell if you miss our friendship. It's hard to tell if you still care
Right.
about me.
I'm like, what
I'm
is
like,
happening right now?
I'm like, that is not your man. That is your former employer who put you through, for lack of a better word, through hell. And prison, jail, your life's everything, everything. He gives you a 25-cent little coin thing. Who knows if it's even real, from an infomercial, and said, hey, I miss you, I respect you, and now it's nothing. You are putty in this man's hand.
Oh,
and Jack
was
hanging his hat on you.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing ever. So I don't know. They kind of left off with that and dived head first into this Matt Clark thing. Because we got that like early in the week, like Monday and Tuesday, and then it moved into the whole Matt Clark thing. And that guy is hilarious. Roger Horwath, I think
talented.
That dude is funny. He was cracking some serious snark. And I'm like, this man is actually entertaining. Oh, go ahead. Just Key, somebody else said something?
I was just going to comment that just from the episode on Friday, him and the woman that plays Sienna, I can't remember the actor's name, they were showing out. Like, they showed up to Y&R and they're like stealing the show.
Yes.
They were really good. Like, just the scene that they're seeing together in the hotel when they're going back and forth with each other. They were really good.
Really? Okay. I didn't. Was it a behind the scenes type of thing?
The scene when they were she was.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that, because Bree, you and I talked. That happened in Monday's episode. Because we talked about that on Saturday morning.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah. So all of that stuff that she was saying, we can go off. We can leave this place. Do you think part of that was sincerity on her part?
Absolutely not.
What? Oh, so you think that she was playing him?
Oh yeah, she's very clearly stuck on Noah. I think she was just saying what she needed to say to try to get him to drop his guard.
Interesting. Because I know when Bree, you and I, when we talked about it, we had a little bit of a different take on that. Because she sounded like we was talking about. We was hoping that Noah could hear what was going on.
Okay, that sounds like some marriage counseling to me.
She sound convincing, but I 1000% believe that she was just trying to get him to drop his guard so she could get away.
Thank you, Tamara Braun, who plays Sienna.
Yes, yeah.
I knew it started with a T. I couldn't say
Couldn't
it
think
right
of her
then.
name. Okay. Yep.
But yeah, I wouldn't buy none of that from her. Not about him.
Okay.
She was playing him.
For me, there were some things she didn't even have to bring up, because if you're all about Noah, why even bring up the fact that you were jealous and you were upset that he was giving other women time and attention? That's the only reason why she even looked to try to find another man. She had suspicions about where he was getting the extra money, but he said, like, hey, you have no problem spending it. And then she said, hey, it's my money too. So
she was trying to justify why she had that affair with Noah to him.
Mm-hmm. And the many of affairs that she had. But that conversation, there were certain things that she did not have to bring up to try to plead her case and try to get from up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
She said that the fact that she brought up, I was jealous, I was upset, you were given time and attention, we were all for each other, we were this, we were that. And
I would say all that too if he had me locked up. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say any and everything I can to plead my case, to make you believe that I still love you and that I still want to be with you and that, yeah, we can get out of here together. I only did all that stuff with Noah because I was jealous, because you were doing what you were doing with other women. And I would say all of that. Like, those were the only reasons, not because I didn't love you anymore, because you weren't showing me the love that I felt like I needed from you. So of course I was, having that affair with Noah because you weren't there for me. But we can start over again. Like, let's just get out of here. We can go live somewhere else. I'll forget about Noah. We can start over. Yeah, I say all that too.
She was like, "Listen, I tell the same thing."
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
I would try to justify every single one of the actions that I did that upset him, and do what I could to convince him that I only did those things to you because I was hurt, not because I didn't love you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What did? What you say?
What about you, T?
I mean, like I said, when I first brought up the conversation, she sound pretty. I mean, because those parts that she was saying how, I mean, I felt this way because you wouldn't give me the time, like you said, the time and attention. I mean, I only got with him pretty much. To me, it sounded like she was saying she used Noah to make him jealous, to get his attention. Yeah, to get his attention.
Exactly. I definitely wouldn't have sat there and told him, "Oh yeah, I'm in love with Noah. I stopped being in love with you, however many X amount of months or years ago." I wouldn't have said that to him.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, girl. Yeah, that whole thing was hilarious to me. Go ahead. What you say?
He is a hilarious actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
And I feel he was miscast. He should have been Tucker McCall. He would have fitted to a T.
He would have been a great Tucker, because he does he not kind of remind you of the previous one? Just kind of like the little jokey sarcasm and
what's his name? Trevor St. John.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? And he got the wit because Trevor St. John was cracking jokes. He would just drop a joke at any time and it'd be hilarious. And looking at Roger, I think yeah, I think the
He
same
was
thing.
he was miscast. He would have been, they would have recasted him as Tucker McCall. That would have been Phyllis's love interest right there, because there were scenes, and thank you, J Money, of him, the actor Roger, and Michelle Stafford when they were on the other show together.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they played each other's love interests. And Sophie's, correct me if I'm wrong, but their scenes together were incredible. This was a missed opportunity by Y&R. I understand they want to bring in a fresh new storyline, but they dusted off a character who once again attacked Sharon,
Mm-hmm.
and you write him into a corner. He's having some great scenes. He's wearing the role out, but you made a big deal about bringing these new actors on. We would like to keep him on for a long while and also pair him with other characters on the show,
Mm-hmm.
because who would be his love interest after hearing what he's done to Sharon?
Exactly.
You know? So it's just a missed opportunity. The only other person to put him back with would be Sienna.
Right.
But he should have been Tucker McCall.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Like it would have paired nicely with the stuff that happened with Audra and Holden. His back and forth with Audra would have been great. I would have loved that. And the snarky remarks that he has with Victor, boy, this was a missed opportunity, Y&R. He should have been Tucker McCall.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. The other thing is, how long did he plan to stay on board? You know what I'm saying? Was he only supposed to be short term anyway? You know, that's the other parts to that, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, but if they had an offer, I would assume if they offered him the right money or the right contract, he would have probably been like, "Oh yeah, no problem, let's do it." You know, if he's available and open.
It would have been a missed opportunity to, I don't know, not keep him around, because this guy is talented.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jay Money had said something in the chat, like I think he pointed out something to me, but I was busy, about how his level of acting is just top tier. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing because of who it is. Like he's a vet, like a soap vet. My guess is that the plan was always just for him to be temporary, and maybe the actor himself didn't want to take on a role that was going to be permanent. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, was he only wanting to do something part time? You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn Wren. Okay. She said she followed them on General Hospital. So him and Michelle Stafford had impeccable scenes. Those clips, if you guys want to check them out on YouTube, after the show, you'll see they had great chemistry. That could have been her love interest on this show. Mm. What is with Josh Griffin?
Girl, who?
And the producers on these shows. Another missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. All right, and then I didn't really get a chance to see Friday. Part of the reason because I saw it was all about that whole storyline. Bree, what happened with the whole thing with Mariah?
So, according to Tessa, she checked herself out of the facility, provoked. She said that she went west and then she went south. And she said that she sent Aria a gift, but didn't have the common decency to video chat her daughter, at least for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And she said that was the last that she heard from her.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and then flash forward to what we see on Monday. I don't know if Ian is real or he's a figment of her imagination, like Cameron Kirsten was for Sharon, but it seems like he's real.
Because remember, he is not, um, yeah, dead because when he woke up in the ambulance and what was that, early 2025? And we
Yeah,
hadn't seen him in a while, and so I'm guessing now he's out moseying along and he found Mariah. I'm wondering with her moving across town and all that stuff, this so he's with her.
I think so. There was a scene where he was holding up the picture of her and her family. He
Mm-hmm.
sat it down. She picked up that same picture and she ripped it up. I'm like, how would he? I mean, that could also be a part of her imagination,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something about it. This seems real, especially since we know that he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know the direction they're going in with Mariah. Is she going to be part of a cult again? Are they trying to cover up something that she did? Um, I mean, something is just really off about all of this. And it makes me wonder if the guy that she attacked at that hotel
Mm-hmm.
was probably working for Ian. Because how is it you just this woman tries to attempt to unalive you,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that she is part of a big family,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to milk the situation, let alone get some justice for what happened to you because you could had expired. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to press any charges. You just get up and you walk out.
Right.
Like something is just off about that. And I think between all of the rewrites, I'm not sure if the writers even know the direction they want to go in with Mariah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like you keep saying, it's just to throw Tessa and Daniel together, but
Yeah, but look how long
so
it had to go through all of that
yeah.
to do that. That part didn't make sense to me. I'm just like, we've been talking about that for the past year, Bree, where we
Mm-hmm.
see Mariah once every 10 weeks or whatever. And only for, because Tessa and Daniel started Kim testing at the end of 24 for Christmas or New Year's or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, because we saw it. We was like, well, wait a minute, what's going on with those two? And then finally they decided to do it, but they drug us through this whole thing with Ian and Mariah in order to break up Tessa and Mariah to get her to Daniel. And we saw that this was that this past week when them two slept together, right?
Yeah, for New Year's.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like y'all could have did that a long time ago. We didn't have to go through what's going on with Mariah and putting her out there and she's seeing things and now she's maybe not seeing things and she decided that she don't want a family anymore and she's riding across being Dora the Explorer and all this old kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. That's just crazy to me.
but I mean, Daniel finally got his girl. Tessa said, "Hey, I'm gonna file for divorce, and I want to feel good again." She did say that she missed some intimacy. Um, she said she hasn't felt anything like that in a while. I'm wondering what she's referring to. Um, but they had a cute little scene together. Good for Daniel. Good for Tessa too, because like she tried her hardest to try to save her marriage, making all those trips to see what was going on with Mariah, and you can only do so much.
Right.
Like Mariah has to repair herself. And the fact that she was able to check herself out of the clinic, the clinicians didn't feel that there was like any red flags regarding her health, and um, And I guess she was really able to get away with it by not contacting Sharon and or at least Faith and said, "Hey, this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm going to take off and leave." So I don't know. I guess they're still going to continue to drag this on, but
Yeah. Ugh. Did you have anything on that, Keisha? No.
Um, Not really. I'm just waiting for, I guess, some of the pieces of the puzzle where Mariah is concerned, because this whole thing has been really weird and confusing to me since it started.
Yeah. I agree with that girl. Because it was like, oh, what are we doing? Can we just put these two together and just move on? You know.
and you know what? I don't know why they brought Mariah back. I'm like, because my thing is we saw her sparingly, and I don't know if that was the actor's choice or that was production choice to try to keep her off screen, and like all the stuff that happened with Tess and Mariah happened off screen. But let's take Sharon, for example. They've been back in Genoa City for almost a month now. And she was baking cookies and making coffee and all these different things for Noah at the house. So you mean to tell me her mother hasn't checked up on her to see how she's doing in the facility? Like there is
Right.
nothing, no red flags regarding her taking, herself out. Like you have no clue what's going on with your daughter up there. And I think based off of Tuesday's episode, that's probably why Tessa even showed up to Sharon's house.
Mm-hmm.
So Sharon won't be surprised by what she's probably sees next with her and Daniel. But you as a mom, like, cause she even said like, "Oh, Faith is fine," and like all her other kids are fine. They were able to check on Summer and all these different things, but not Mariah. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I guess they decided to put Mariah so far in the background and push, Sharon so much more focus on Noah. It's like there's a disconnect. It's like, how do you
Yeah.
not? This is the same. And who's running your company?
Thank you. That was my next
I
question.
mean, Sharon has been out of the loop with this whole Noah thing for the last, what, 3 months? And
Mm-hmm.
then Mariah has been gone into, therapy in, was it Boston or whatever, for the last, what, six
Mm-hmm.
months? So, who's running your company, Sharon? We know Esther is running the coffee house, but who's running
Yeah.
Cassidy first? And see, this is a missed opportunity where I think they should, when she acquired the company through that paperwork that Cameron Kirsten left behind, they should have some kind of way finagled that company over to Phyllis, because it's a tech
Yeah.
company. What is Sharon gonna do with it? She don't know nothing about that. Not saying that she couldn't start a tech company, but if you're gonna write a storyline with a company built around technology, the best person that you would put or character would be Phyllis.
Yeah.
Either
Especially
to
since they're besties.
right, either to run the company or to be a co-CEO. And Phyllis is like, listen, you go take care of your family issues. I'll deal with Cassidy first or whatever else that they decided to name it.
Yeah. I mean, what has Sharon been going through prior to the Noah stuff? Because even before that, she was dealing with something. She wasn't even thinking about the company. Um,
Well, we had that Martin Laurent thing with her and Phyllis.
that was in the
And
beginning. Um, then they went to London and the stuff that happened in Nice. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, did she run her company at all in 2025?
Yeah, good question. Good question.
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens going forward.
Yeah,
But this,
all I gotta say is that, and this is kind of touching on the Tuesday episode for tomorrow. Finally we see Noah saying that this is my fault, And then his mom is trying to talk him out of it. I'm like, let that man take accountability. That man was living his life out there with Sienna. Once
Yeah.
he found out that you were sniffing around and that you were a Newman, it set off a whole different trajectory of what we see now. You leave her alone, maybe he would have stayed his butt and was still Mitch down there.
Yeah.
But you had to get involved. And his wife, she's the one with the commitment and the vows. You know,
He had commitments too.
yeah, he had a commitment to. Well, he wasn't married to Allie, but he was in a relationship with her. Sienna had vows. You legally
Yeah.
married to that man, and still to this day. And she decided to do something different. And this man got himself involved in it, and it just brought on all type. Your daddy in the hospital. You almost got ran off the road. Y'all got poisoned. You get hit in the back of the head
Several
several
times.
times. It's like, dude. And then every time he is so overprotective of Sienna, this man will run headfirst into a moving train for that girl.
And I'm like, you've known her less than 5 months. You've had draws longer than you've been with this girl. And on top of that, just the fact that this woman didn't want to help out your family to find you. She didn't want
Nope.
to. She was more concerned about her money. I mean,
Yeah, I
he
said
don't
that
even
in.
think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did say that.
I said that
He
in a
don't care about the
standalone
safety.
video. Right. I said that in a standalone video that while he was in that coma, she was playing wifey and running the club.
Yep. It took to the last minute. Then all of a sudden, she can't be away from you, and she got tired of all those questions and people showing up to the bar and threatening to shut down the bar and mess up the money. And I mean, she could have helped them point blank, period, and not draw attention to herself, and probably would have kept her business. But just the fact that she didn't want to help out the very parents, the same parents who made a way for her to leave Los Angeles, be on their property without even knowing 2 cents about this woman,
Mm-hmm.
who she had no problem disrespecting and making snarky remarks for absolutely no reason. And knowing that her husband was this jealous person. I mean, I don't see what he sees in Sienna. I personally don't. Like, especially after less than 5 months, you're in love with this woman all of a sudden. I guess. I mean, you get that from your daddy, but you get
Mm-hmm.
your stupidity from your daddy too. But
Absolutely.
um,
And I mean, even talking about the other part, Adam was like, let me handle this. And Victor was like, no, no, no. I'm going to let Nick handle it. Well, Nick handles himself right into the hospital.
yeah, into a car accident,
Mm-hmm.
broke his leg.
I mean, and that's the thing. His own mother and sister knows that Nick might not be the one to handle something like this. Because they was like, you sent Nicholas to do this? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I think was it Monday's episode where Matt? Yeah. And here's the other thing: you bring Matt Clark to the Newman Ranch for what? That made absolutely no sense.
Victor's
Take him to the
ego.
police.
Mm-hmm.
This was so dumb. You bring him to the ranch and say you better not mess with my family, and Nick has suffered so much. He should be the one to handle Matt Clark. Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that. How did that work out for you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really not gonna make any moves now. You gonna have surgery and you gonna sit on your butt pretty much. You can't do nothing, not much of anything now.
And the crazy thing about, I gotta say this, and I know this is kind of getting into Tuesday Bree, but after all that bravado where Victor was like, let him handle it, let him handle it, where is he at? You ain't
Right.
come to see him at the hospital? You wanted him to. You said you go do it. He go out there, crash, and break his leg. And where you at?
Yep, exactly. And handle what y'all couldn't. So you couldn't use your same security detail to follow Nick to make sure that he was gonna be okay.
And then the thing
Anyway,
is, like we was just saying before we jumped on the call, what was you gonna do with this man? Where were you taking him to? The airport?
not to unalive
I
him.
mean, you know you wasn't finna take him to throw him down because Nick ain't gonna do it. Now Adam, different person, but
Yeah.
Nick would be like, well, maybe I want you to leave town and never come back. Yeah, okay.
Gail Lewis, here's the thing. She said that Neiman should have called the police. The police were on the scene when they got the dirty cop and Matt Clark. The police escorted the dirty cop to the police station. And they had their security detail bring Matt Clark to the ranch. And then Nick took Matt Clark and they were driving off the outside of the city and probably to unalive him. So, and you'll see on Tuesday's episode that Victoria brings up the stupidity of the Newman men for just not allowing the security or the police to take Matt Clark to the police station.
Exactly. Yep. You hit it
Yeah.
right on the nail, girl. All right. Did we cover everything for YNR?
No, actually, we
Okay.
missed a couple of things.
Okay.
So we have Adam and Sally.
Oh
And we
yeah,
have-
New Year's Eve. And Audra.
Mhm.
Well, we did kind of talk. Didn't we talk? No, we didn't talk
Audra,
about
Claire, and Holden.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, girl.
So I think prior to Adam and Sally having their sit down, we had that little scene with Audra and Sally. She gave her a purse and she was talking about how like she doesn't want to stand down to Claire and she's gonna put an end to her once and for all. They always say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pan over to the next scene. We see Holden and Claire. She makes up a lie saying like, oh, you know what? I'm glad that Kyle is moving on and moving forward. It took him some time, but I'm glad that he gets the picture. We can move on with our lives. And then he's asking her out for New Year's. And she said, well, I'd be happy to do that, but I need for you to tell me what really went down with you and Audra. I know there's more to the story because Sienna told me, and I trust what she tells me. So the last scene that we see with Holden and Claire and Audra is at the coffee house. And he tells her, look, I'm tired of lying, I'm tired of covering up for you. I'm going to tell her the whole truth. I'm like, you want that date that badly? And Audra's like, look, you tell her what we did. This incriminates you. And as she walked off, he looked, and I'm not sure what he was looking at, but I'm like, did he get like an epiphany right then? Because I'm like, you incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't owe her an explanation for anything.
Right. Yeah,
You
that whole
want that
thing.
deep that badly. It was that good.
Girl. This dude is like, okay, yeah, I hear you, but I'm gonna have to tell her because then and then here's the thing, she could play him to the left. Now I know this information and I know what I could use against Audra, which also incriminates you. But yeah, I'm gonna think. Maybe I might go on a date with you, just maybe. Then he gonna be looking like a whole fool.
Yeah. So we don't know if they spent New Year's together or well, actually, we kind of do because Victoria and Kyle met up at the GCA scene, and I think she had shed some light about Johnny and Katie, and Claire was spending time with them. So she didn't even spend any time with Holden for New Year's.
Ha! That's what he get.
That is exactly what he gets.
What he gets.
I did notice a little bit of the chemistry, and maybe this is just me, but soapy drama. I found it interesting how Kyle and Victoria spent their New Year's together. Of all people, you would have thought it would have been her and Nate, and I would have been fine if Kyle had kind of spent the New Year's alone or something. But for him and Victoria, and he said something prior to the countdown. He said, "You never know what the New Year's is going to bring for us, or what unexpected things are going to happen for us."
You actually think that they were Kim testing Kyle and I don't know, not
Victoria,
especially yeah, Kyle and Victoria.
I didn't see it that way,
I didn't
but
see it that way either.
I saw this, and think J Money saw this too. I said I need to see more, but I found it interesting how they shared New Year's together. Same way we see on the other side, or sort of other scene at Society. We have Adam and Sally, and the day prior she was chewing him out for not having a backbone and not standing up to Victor and all this other crap. You then have a sit down, you're sharing a burger, you guys having this little small talk, and conveniently Billy is out of the state. He's over in Chicago, where you're at, T. And did you meet up with Billy?
No.
Did he tell you? And then conveniently, Chelsea has the flu, and Connor doesn't want to be bothered. He want to play video games, and he asks his daddy for $5 and to be left alone. So they share New Year's together. Usually, the people who share New Year's, we kind of see them propel into different storylines together.
So
because last year we saw that with Billy and Sally.
So
and
okay. Go ahead.
So, I mean, I don't know what's down the pipelines, but I was surprised by the interaction between Adam and Sally.
I think
like almost flirtatious.
I think it's a prelude for two different things. Now, it's possible they might revisit the Sally and Adam thing, but with what we saw in that preview, where he's going to use possibly Matt Clark against the Newmans, yeah, I don't see a union happening between those two.
Between Kyle and Victoria? Keep in mind, we have seen the Newmans battle the Abbotts for years. Victoria was with Billy even at the height of a lot of those battles, and she still didn't care. She wanted to be with that man. I think, if anything, if there's a plot point, especially since we see Claire going through her changes, what if this, because I think someone in the chat alluded to it, what if something brings out Claire's dark side? Because she's kept it under wraps for so long. She's not with anybody. Her anger towards Audra is just crazy, because you have it all, and there's going to be a lot of people in your life who are going to share the same city, same space as you, just move on, move forward. And you have everything you could ever want, a great job, family, men falling at your feet pretty much. Mm-hmm. But you're so pressed and so angry with Audrey, you want to run her out of the city as if you have any right to do so. And it's like, where is this anger? Where's all this coming from? Because you've forgiven Kyle, you kissed Kyle, you wanted to work with Kyle and all these different things. And so, I mean, and plus he was the one who was in a relationship with you, not Audra. But I don't know. If I'm just curious to see why we had to see those scenes with Kyle and Victoria the way we did.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Did you have anything on it, Keisha? No.
No.
I forgot about Kane and Lily.
Who?
Kane and Lily. I forgot about them for the New Year's episode.
Yeah, and then they end up sharing a kiss because she wanted explanation on Phyllis kissing them and all that, and you're lying to me and all. Well, I mean, he's not in a relationship with you.
Thank you. And she said she didn't want anything to do with him. It's not a date. Like, we're not getting close. We're not this. We're not that. Then you show up to the train car and said, like, oh, I'm telling you to your face, I want nothing to do with you. So there's no misconception. And here I thought, after talking with Tracy, we might be able to have something.
Have something like
So,
what? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
girl, you've been hot and cold with this whole thing since Nice.
And he let her know that too.
Yep. You know, I mean, and she know it too. That's why she had that little fantasy over him, while at the same time, and well, in later on that day, sleeping with Damien before he got, killed, unalived or whatever. So, all right, now have we covered everything, Bree?
Yeah. We covered it.
All right. Okay, we're going over to the bold and the beautiful. We only got about two storylines, and one is this whole thing with Katie, her new company, and her sister in Ridge, and then and then toward like today's episode, the recruitment of Deke, and then this other storyline with Miss Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we can start with Miss Dillon. Um, that's one thing I will tell you. Women can pick up on things. And she picked up on the fact of how she started moving toward Will, and how she was like, "Oh my God, Will, thank you so much." And she like, "Wait, hold on, something didn't sit right with that."
Mm-hmm.
So, what's y'all thoughts on that whole storyline of having her move in the home? I think they still did give a awareness to people that are homeless and or living out of their cars, or the working homeless, because she's going to school. She was working part-time as an art teacher, but it still wasn't enough to keep her lights and have a roof over her head and stuff like that. So
Um, I have different viewpoints with this.
okay, go ahead.
I feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they can do a PSA regarding homelessness,
Uh-huh.
and I can also still think that she's crazy at the same time, because the part that gets me is, your parents would be worried about you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the ability to email them versus call them. You have the ability to regroup and go home, and you made a choice not to do that. And it's like, why did you choose to stick around? And I find it also convenient how she was in the vicinity of Will's house where she allegedly ran over Luna. It's like, why were you in that area to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and then all of a sudden now, and Will was trying to do the right thing, offer you a place to stay. I didn't even know there was like an above apartment.
Me either.
At the beach house. They never mentioned that. So this
Right.
must be like something brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel Electra is picking up on this odd energy, because at first they were like best friends, like I care about you, and then now she's all up around your man. The tone has changed a bit, and Electra, I feel, is not dumb. She sensed that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some women can just sense some things when a woman wants your man or has an attraction to your man.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing with Electra is, you should be worried about your man, not the other woman. He's made it very clear that he's all for Electra,
Mm-hmm.
and would risk his life for this girl. Like he protected her. He even said, like, hey, you can even come over to the house as much as you want, even more now. You have even more of an excuse to do so.
Mm-hmm.
This man is all for Electra. So I get the jealousy. She's trying to, her antennas went up with this Miss Dillon. So she's probably sensing what I'm sensing. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what direction they're going to go in with this character.
Okay. What you got, Keish?
I, I don't mind if they end up doing something to where she does start to have like some kind of feelings or something for Will. I just don't want them to make her psycho. Like, you can make her a problem without making her psycho. And I feel like that's one of the mistakes that Bold seems to make over and over again is they go too far over the edge of wanting someone to be an antagonist that they make them into, I don't know, like a violent individual, and it's not necessary to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't mind if Miss Dillon, is maybe starts to get assertive or something with Will, or is maybe purposely trying to cause issues with him and Electra. I just don't need her to be a psychopath. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just be a thorn in their side or be a thorn in Electra's side without trying to either drug someone or take someone out. Um, but yeah, Electra, as soon as she gave that hug to Will, Electra kind of stepped back and looked at her like, now, wait a minute. But I like the way that Miss Dillon was like, look, I told you that I wasn't comfortable being here if you weren't going to be here. Like, I wasn't going to stay here until you were okay with it. So she's like, it's not like I was pushing to be here. You guys, are basically telling me and begging me to stay here. And I wanted you to be here too. So I kind of like that she said that to Electra, even though she, we got her staring out the window, looking down at Will when he was coming back from the beach or wherever he was coming back from. So I I'm kind of looking forward to whatever that drama might be between them. I just don't want it to be. I don't need it to be a Luna level type of shenanigans.
Right.
Give me some Amber, like that kind of stuff. I don't need serial unalivers and all that crazy madness.
Gotcha.
Um, but as far as her being homeless, I mean, there's a million reasons why she may not have contacted her family. She's telling them that she could have went home, but as far as we know, she could be lying about that. Maybe she doesn't have a good relationship with her family and she's just too embarrassed to say it. Maybe she doesn't have any family and she's just too embarrassed to let anybody know because she don't want anybody feeling sorry for her. I mean, there's a million different reasons for that. So I wasn't like that. Didn't really. I wasn't really like surprised or not understanding why she chooses to stay in LA versus going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's having a hard time making ends meet. That kind of stuff to me is, I mean, that's a common thing that happens. Everybody's not comfortable asking their family for help, or maybe they can't ask them for help because their family can't do anything for them, and then they don't want them to worry, so they just keep it to themselves and try to get their lives together without without them knowing that they're going through problems. Um,
That makes sense.
but that's my take on it.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're on the precipice of something where Miss Dillon is devious, and like you
Yeah.
say, um, Keish, you don't want it at Luna level. Like she took out Tom, she took out Hollis, and anybody else that she could try to. This is something like I want your man type of energy because with Luna it was first trying to get to her father and then they switched it over to Will at the end. But now it's just like, I like the treatment that you getting. I want that treatment. And now that's why she now trying to go after him, but I don't want it to get like you say, cuckoo for cocoa pops type crazy.
Yeah.
I had a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brad Bell had, because it was reported by Michael Fairman, and Soap Digest, he reported that he said like, "Oh, Luna's gone, and we get to start off fresh, and we have RJ coming back, and blah 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 blah." This is also the same man who made a whole announcement that Kimberlyn Brown was leaving the show 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they even made a big deal when the talk, that talk show, the talk, was around. They had Jacqueline McInnes Woods go on record, say like, "Oh yeah, Sheila's gone," and Kimberlyn Brown, she put in so many good years, and this was a good thing for Stephanie to do, and blah. And I think Tracy Bergman, who plays Lauren, also threw her 2 cents in. The fact that he had to confirm to some degree that Luna's gone. Do you believe that she's gone?
I believe she's gone for now. But when it comes to Belle, I will never fully believe that a character is gone unless it's a situation like what happened with Stephanie Forrester. Like I don't believe that they'll ever bring her back from the beyond. But the way Luna left the show, they 1000% left it open to where they could easily make up some. Because I mean, listen to all of the other retcons and rewrites they do with their stories. It's all nonsensical. So the fact that there was no like memorial service or funeral. I think we said before, nobody said anything about identifying the body. Everybody just kind of took the police's word for it and, said that she was gone. We didn't see the actual accident happen. Like, there's a million different ways they could come back in 5 years, 10 years, or whatever long this show is going to be on the air and say, this is what really happened, and now she's got like this 5-year-old kid. You know what I mean? So we may not see her in the next couple of years, maybe. But they can easily, because I don't think Lisa Yamada will come back to daytime. I think she's going to be off and running with her career. They can easily recast Luna down the line if they want to. Like, they totally left this open to bring her back at some point if they wanted to. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee that it'll happen. I'm just saying that he can if he wants to. And right now, I think it's just she's just gone for now. And even though he also for now,
he alluded to that. He basically said that sometimes villains need a break from certain storylines. But he made it clear, he said that, oh, Luna's gone or Luna's unalive. And what a great run and good for Lisa Yamada and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes, like, going forward, sometimes you need a break from some of our villains on the show. And he said the same thing, because I had to go back and look at the other articles, and you guys can see too. He said mirrored the same thing he said about Kimberlyn Brown and her exit when they had that whole sugar storyline.
Yeah.
So that's why for me, I'm like, and they also made it a big deal to highlight the girl who was taking a shower around that time. Before Luna hopped in the house with Will, for that girl to place her clothes while she was taking a shower. Luna takes those clothes and loses the prison gear that she had on. So who's to say that Miss Dillon even hit Luna? They didn't even know what she was wearing. So they left it open-ended enough to where we might see this girl come back. But for Miss Dillon to just be so sure that it was Luna that she hit, I find that odd. And then we see that she's conveniently in the vicinity of being over at Will's house and conveniently hitting Luna with her vehicle. And then all of a sudden now she's homeless. She has access to her parents. She feels comfortable enough to go to school and I'm like, how is she able to contact her parents via email but refuses to make a phone call? But you had time to go to the beach house to hang out, and you don't think your family doesn't want to hear your voice, and they're helping paying for your schooling. I'm sure they want to help with your housing too. I don't know. There's something about it's just wonky for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick sip of water, guys.
Okay,
Before
no
I lose my voice
problem.
again.
All right. Now we have to talk about this whole Katie situation. Um, I don't know. This thing here with her announcing Logan and things like that. Okay, y'all lost the trademark a year ago. And it would have failed during the time of them being so busy with a doggone coup. You don't realize that other stuff was being overlooked. Um, and then her name is Logan. Why not use that name? You know, I don't see an issue with it. I just don't like the fact that, I mean, I understand that Forrester had Logan this, Logan that, Logan Designs, or whatever at one point, but it's no longer available. Anybody could have took that name. But the part that I don't get with her is how she's siding with Ridge in some ways when it comes to how even though every now and then she might say, but yes, I still love my sister, blah, blah, blah. But there's this doubt about her abilities. And I don't like the fact that they went all the way back to their relationship when it came over Bill. That was years ago. How about just talk about the fact that y'all snubbed her with the PR thing over at Forrester? That just disappeared. And ain't nobody talking about that. You went all the way back to, see, you wanted my husband back then. I thought y'all was over that a long time ago. What you got, Keish?
Um, I can see both sides of it.
Okay.
I think I think it was kind of goofy of Katie to come to for that to be the name that she comes up with, but she doesn't have a conversation with Brooke about it first. To let her know that, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I just want to give you a heads. I just want you to know, or have a discussion with her, because I'm sure she knew about the patent too, or the trademark, or whatever it was, the trademark of Logan Designs. So that was, I feel like it was a little, I don't know. I feel like she could have had that conversation with Brooke because that's her sister, and because she knew that she had that trademarked. But on the other side of it, Brooke doesn't use the name Logan Designs.
Right.
She it's not, the bedroom line is Brooke's bedroom, and that the belief formula is the belief formula. So it's not like she has a line out there that says Logan Designs on it. I think somebody had posted the clip on Twitter when they showed when they had did the little trademark for Logan Designs, like back in the day. And I can't remember exactly what it was about, but it had something to do with Sally Spectra. So it was like they did it to keep Sally from doing something, and I can't remember what it was. But it's like that name isn't out in the fashion universe as like something that Brooke is behind. It's just not out there. It's just like, we're just going to trademark this, and we're going to put it back here in the back of the file, and we're never going to speak about it again. We're not going to put any lines under it. We're not going to do anything with it. It's just so nobody else anywhere can use it. If they try to, we can, say we have that trademark, so you can't do that. And it doesn't even feel like that's what Brooke and Ridge really care about, or Brooke specifically. It doesn't even feel like that's what it is that she cares about. It's like she keeps saying That's my name. That's what you call me. That's what you call me, Logan. I'm your Logan. Like, that's what she keeps referring to. And it's like, so it's not really that she's trying to name the company Logan and it's a trademark that you have. You just feel offended by it because that's what Ridge calls you, and apparently that's what the fashion world knows her as Logan. And I thought it was funny when Katie said it's a pet name to you and Ridge. Like, nobody else calls you that. So why are you making it a big deal?
Right.
And I don't know if it were me, and I knew that that particular, like, I wasn't using the name in that way to where it's got some, some labels under it, and it's not out in the fashion world with, clothing lines under it. And my sister was starting up her own company.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be this bent out of shape about it. I would say to myself, you know what? I haven't used that name. There's nothing out there with Logan Designs on it. Go right ahead. And I wouldn't care if people associated me, because that's another thing that she was saying is people are going to associate me with your brand because everybody knows me as Logan. And it's like,
That's free
you're her
publicity.
sister. Yeah, you're her sister. Of course they're probably going to associate it with you. As long as Katie isn't out there telling everybody, Brooke is the face of my new clothing line, then if they're making that assumption and they're associating it with you, that's on them. Katie isn't telling them to do that. You
Right.
know what I mean? So she just, to me, Brooke just, she was just way too bent out of shape about it. It was just weird to me. You would think that you would want to help your sister however you could. And if that's just simply letting Katie use the Logan name because it's also Katie's name too, then so be it. Like, why are you whining about this? It's not
Mm-hmm.
hurting you at all. It's not going to hurt Forrester. This is a startup clothing line. Forrester has been around for decades.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like Brooke and Ridge are being jerks about it. It's not that serious, in my opinion. And the trademark is expired now. That's on them.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Bree? I mean, yeah, Bree.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take care of something in
Oh,
the
no
chat.
worries.
Um, so I think her ego is crushed.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it boils down to. The spotlight is not on her anymore because she keeps saying, you want to soak up after my name, and I'm famous in the fashion industry because I'm Logan, I'm this, I'm that. And that spotlight is dim. So here's a Logan who's going to get a time, a day within the fashion world because she's new. She is going to get all of this excitement around her, and it's not Brooke anymore. They already know what the bedroom line is about. They already know about her scandals. They're done and they're tired with Brooke, and that is affecting this woman's ego. And when it came to Logan Designs, Keith, what I was going to say is, um, I believe this was like season 15, 16, something like that. So Brooke was CEO of Forrester Creations, and all of the Forresters, including Ridge, voted her out. But he wanted to start a whole fashion house with her. So he bought out Sally Spectra, and he gifted her Logan Designs. Basically, they were supposed to do it together. Then they, of course, broke up for whatever stupid reason. It's always a stupid reason. And then she was going to try to run it by herself. And then, of course, something happens. She had it for about less than 6 months by herself, and that was it. And then Sally was able to uncover, I think it was a scandal. I think it was actually her pregnancy with Hope. That was the scandal, and Sally knew about it and was going to expose it or something like that. And she got her company back, something to that effect. But that was it. She didn't produce anything on a runway. She didn't. it was just a name. She had ideas, but produced nothing as a result. And even Sally kind of called her out on it because she was just pregnant. And Rich had no idea that she had slept with Bridget's husband at the time. So that was a whole big old thing. But either which way, you had Logan Designs, you did nothing with it, girl. You know, all your sisters, y'all share the same name.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing, but she has this opportunity to really get her name out there, start her own fashion house, something that Brooke could have done herself if she wanted to, but she was too busy, wanted to be a Forrester, wanted to be a part of what Forrester has going on for decades. Now that she is, what is the issue with your sister starting something for herself, funded by a man who no longer wants to look at you anymore? You're not the apple of most of these men's eyes anymore, probably even Eric. And that's what bothers her. It's all about this woman's ego. Every time she speaks with Katie, she's ego driven. The attention's not her anymore, and that's what bothers this woman. And you got the man who keeps feeding that woman's ego, and that's Reg, talking about like, oh, how could she do this to you? Everyone knows I call you Logan every other year, sure.
Yeah, my whole thing with this is like you say, it's ego. She keeps saying my name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but there's Donna Logan Forrester. There is Katie Logan Spencer. There's Hope Logan Spencer, and then of course you got Brooke Logan Spencer Maroney, whatever many names that she had. It's like Logan is your surname for all three of you. That is Stephen and Beth's name that they passed on to you. So her saying, but that's my name. No, it's not just your name. And
Yeah.
and both personally on the sisterly level and now on the business level, it's no longer available to you. It's gone because y'all was too busy running around, well, especially Carter because he was supposed to be the one to keep up with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And last year around this time, he was busy sniffing behind Hope
And taking over the
and
company.
taking over the company, having a whole coup. And
Yep.
then Ridge got the nerve to sit up there talking about, well, we run our company differently. Yeah, well, at least he can make sure y'all don't get any variations of the name.
Mm-hmm.
Not only
That
can
is
you get
true.
Logan, you can't even get any other variations. It's on lockdown. Y'all didn't think of none of that.
He can't even read contracts, let alone
Thank
worried
you.
about what somebody else named a company.
Girl, I
So
mean,
worry about your business, Reg.
and I really, it was really interesting today that she was like, how could she, he was like, how could she marry that man again? And I'm like, well, how should Brooke marry you again?
Right, right. Because we don't see the appeal
You
anymore.
just got out of a whole engagement with Taylor. Brooke
Very
married you 5 seconds later, and you worried about whether Katie should be back with Bill?
right.
Please.
I think the thing that frustrated me the most with Brooke was that was just how she kept saying, "But it's my name." Like she was just so beside herself and flabbergasted that Katie would dare use the Logan name. She wasn't saying, "But we had this trademark. We had this trademark." She just kept saying, "But this is my name." And I feel like even if they had never had Logan Designs trademarked, that she would have the same reaction because she made the Logan name, I guess, famous in the fashion world because that's who people know her as. And as Brooke said, nobody knows Katie. Like I think that, like you guys said, it's a big ego thing with her. I think trademark aside, she would be pissed off that Katie was using that name.
And I want to swap out the word famous and use infamous, because nothing but scandals followed Brooke. Like, the only major like success that she had with the Foresters was the Belief Formula, Brooke's Bedroom, and the Men's Line, and that was how many years ago? A lot of the reason people even draw attention to Brooke was how infamous she was with the men that she slept with, the negative attention she was bringing towards the company, the just her actions, not anything she particularly brought to the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, she likes, some women just like that attention. We see with certain celebrities, they like the negative attention that draws them to them, and that's how they keep their name in the public eye and the spotlight on them. It's for her to think that Katie wants to soak up after her is crazy, because what, there's more negative than there is positive with Brooke.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, her ego is all over the place. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and they were
She's so
fuming.
hurt.
They were fuming in that office today. Oh, she's not going to be able to do anything. I mean, all she got is herself and Bill, nothing else, and all of this, which obviously leads us into her propositioning Deke over at Irgadino.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
before we before we talk about that,
Mm-hmm.
was last week part of was that when Brooke and Katie had their little argument?
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
walked out and told Katie
Don't
she
come
loved her, and
back.
Katie was like, "Get out."
Yeah, and don't come back.
Yes, that was Friday.
Yep.
But the way Brooke told her, basically said, "You're gonna fail." And what else did she tell her in that conversation? Brooke was kind of
Really feeling herself.
she was harsh in that conversation.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, UT, when you were saying why are they bringing up this whole thing with
Mm-hmm.
Brooke and Bill? I thought it was weird that Katie brought that up after all these years.
Right. When she could reach
And
right back to the whole thing of what last month with her being
Yeah,
snubbed over the PR thing.
yeah. And it's just like, are they? And I don't believe, of course, that they're going to try to circle back around to Brooke and Bill having feelings for each other again. I just, it's just very weird that it feels like that's the one thing that she's harping on of all the things that she feels like Brooke has done to her over the years. She seems to be harping on that one thing.
Well,
And then
that's
today, in
mm-hmm.
today's episode, um, Deacon brings it up to Bill, and when he said something like, "Good, it's a good thing that you're off the Logan train or the Brooke train or whatever it was," he said to Bill. It's
Right,
like, why do we
right.
keep bringing this up?
Yeah, why do we even have to go back there? Because I remember at one point about 2, 3 years ago, this was when Katie started dating Carter. They were over
Mm-hmm.
at the house, and Bill tried to, get with both ladies, and he got snubbed by both of them. So I'm like, why y'all even going way past all of that
Yeah,
back there? And they even gave us a flashback too. I'm like, why are we doing this?
and Brooke was just at their wedding.
Exactly. So I
They,
mean, it don't make sense.
yeah, like if she really felt the way, why invite your sister to be a part of those festivities at your house? Um, I don't understand the motivation. And then we had that little scene, which we see at the bottom right corner of the picture, where Katie is thinking about like having a fashion show, and Brooke is laughing, and there's a lot of insecurities, a lot of doubt surrounding that. So I think, and not trying to overthink this, I think she has this, she's trying to compare herself to Brooke within this world when it comes to having the men who want her for her, and also having the type of success that Brooke has had. I feel like she's trying to compare herself to Brooke, and maybe this is where all these insecurities are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And she really shouldn't, because like she has a clean slate in comparison to Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, she could be the better Logan and make Brooke like the outcast for all these years. So, um, but once again, I don't even feel like this fashion wars is even going to last long. I don't think Katie's fashion house is going to last long at all. But it's going to be some good drama, though, some good soapy drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I mean that little daydream she had about the dresses falling apart. They had them little sound effects in there. I'm like, that sounds so goofy.
Corny and everything. I was like, oh, Lord.
Like doing, doing. I'm like, what?
Wing, wing, wing.
Right? It's just like, come on. Whose daydreams sound like that? Or nightmare in this case. But that takes us. We had to go to Irgidino, where we see Bill and Katie on their little pizza date. Before that, we also saw Deke in an apron. So he decided to go over there and work, but he really don't want to be there. But obviously he need a job, so his dad is like, go wait some tables. And so he was able to do that. But what really got me is the conversation between Deacon and Deke when they started talking about Thomas. And y'all bring up this whole instability thing. And I'm like, why are we doing that? So y'all gonna blow past the fact that you worried about Hope working with Thomas, but she spent the better of 7 months ready to play in the Thomas streets. You broke up your entire marriage in order to be with this man, and that was after all of that other stuff happened. But y'all want to bring up, well, he's unstable.
But I'm like, you realize who you're married to, right?
Right.
While he was so concerned when he was talking with Taylor, the night of the wedding, to have like this immediate session talking about like, oh, I'm concerned about my wife. I thought she's going to backslide, and she actually has the reputation, the years in jail. She has been proven to be psycho and crazy towards your family, the Brooks family, everyone. But you want to bring up how Thomas is unstable. He cannot say anything to me about Thomas being unstable when he's married to Sheila still. Right. And he had no problem getting her out of jail after knowing what happened in the alley when Finn and Steffi got pew-pewed.
Yeah,
he called it in to witness it.
And I get that part of it, yeah, because I mean, Deacon has no room to talk. But it just seemed, even in other conversations, they all want to blow past the past 2-3 years and go all the way back to, oh, Thomas is unstable. Why are we going to keep going to that? I thought this man has gotten some help. He hasn't done anything. He proposed 10, 11 times to Hope Logan, decided to leave town. He wants to design. He hasn't done anything in the last 3-4 years. But y'all keep going way back there.
I feel like it's part of this show, and I say it every time we talk about Thomas, the showrunners have said out loud that they don't like the character. So I feel like when they do that, that comes from the behind the scenes stuff with how they want everybody to hate Thomas the way they do. So they just keep bringing up the fact that he used to be unstable and all of the back crap that they did, because they don't do that with anybody else. You don't hear them rehash Deacon's past or Bill's past. It's always Thomas's past. Like they will never allow him to move on and live down that past. And it drives me nuts that they keep doing that with this character.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Deacon has a lot of nerve given his track record and his history, and even how Deke even came into this world. So he can miss me with that. It's one thing to have all these changes that he's making, and good for him. But he even kind of did the same thing with Carter, and Daphne kissed him, but he had the nerve to put hands on Carter, threaten Carter, and Carter went out of his way to try to make sure his daughter was happy, and risked everything for her. But he doesn't see any fault whatsoever with Hope in her choices that she's made for herself in her life. But you want to keep bringing up Thomas. Right. He's not even in town. He's not even in the country.
Yep.
And it all boils down to the fact that he's a forester. They can decide how they want to do things with their company. Sorry for Deke, but I will say this, and I said this in the group chat, I'm proud of him. He went to his family's legacy, and it may not be what he wanted, but he knew he was able to go there. Hope could never be this humble, because when she got fired from Forrester, what did she do for a month and a half? She sat and she pouted over at her mama's house.
Yep. And when Deacon, what did he had the nerve to say something about the reason why Deke they didn't keep him over there was because they were pushing him out because of nepotism. And it's like, your own daughter benefited from nepotism. She got that clothing line handed to her because her aunt had a vendetta against Steffi. Like, she did that clothing line as revenge and handed it to Hope, and that's what Hope has been making her living off of for 15 years now. So for them to, him and I think even Hope said something about nepotism last week. For them to even mention the word nepotism with some type of disdain is crazy to me.
Yeah.
because they have all benefited from their connections and nepotism in some way on the Logan side of the house.
Yep. Every last one of them, Katie included.
And it's not as if Thomas hasn't proven himself to be a great designer. I mean, clearly, because for whatever reason, Hope always needs him to pull her line out of the dirt.
Yeah, nepotism don't always mean family. I mean, Hope got her whole line back because of her at the time fiance.
Yep. And other than that, they would not have brought this girl anything back. She didn't deserve it, to be honest. But I was so proud of Deke for just humbling himself and said, you know what? I need to pay my bills. I need to handle, regroup. I'm going to go work with my dad. Loved every bit of it. That's something that I would absolutely root for with the character.
Yeah,
that's endearing.
Who's the actor? He's not a bad looking guy. It looked like they darkened his hair too.
He is very handsome.
I'm not sure what his name is though.
Yeah, and he's tall too. I was like, either Sean Kanan is short or this guy is tall.
So Sean Kanan is 5'10" or 5'11", something like that.
So this guy got to be like 6'5" or something.
He's only 6'2".
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah. He's only 6'2". Like I think the tallest soap actor on right now is the guy who plays Bill. And that's Tim and
yeah, he's 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'5". And then the next one from there is the guy who plays Isaiah, and he's 6'3", I believe.
Okay.
So, yeah, Deke is a tall drink of water, that's for sure. So good for Remy if he still has Remy.
If he's only 6'1", I think that's the same height as Matt Atkinson and Tanner. It's like maybe
he's taller than Tanner. A little taller than Tanner. But yeah, he's towering over his daddy though. But he's a character I definitely will root for to win. Whether if he's going to be a little messy and steal some designs, or he's going to just have a stroke of genius and be able to pull out some great designs and help Katie be a success for a short period of time. But my thing with Hope
Mm-hmm.
is, so your brother's working over at the pizzeria, but you've made millions and millions of dollars from your fashion line. Why didn't you just pay your brother to be an intern so he can stay on,
Right.
since you wanted him there so badly?
Yep, I agree. So, what are y'all thinking about since the whole? Let me ask y'all this question: since the whole Luna thing has kind of, well, literally, come to a halt at this point, whether or not she's coming back remains to be seen. But how do y'all feel about the shift in the Logan versus Logan storyline and even the Miss Dillon storyline? Is it an interesting change since we got off the Luna train?
It was a necessary break
Mm-hmm.
for me. Um, I like that we're having a shift with the younger cast, the younger direction. We might get to see some little cattiness from Elektra. She might pull some Steffi Forrester out of her system
Mm-hmm.
to make sure she checks Miss Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're going to get RJ. They recast. They made the announcement finally, even though we knew about a month and a half ago. They're going to have RJ be a part of this quadrangle with Elektra, Will, and Miss Dillon. So that would be something fresh and something different, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to this Logan versus Logan, I'm here for it. The writing better not let me down. I honestly feel this is gonna just be temporary. They'll make up by Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving by the earliest, if not sooner. But I'm here for it. The thing is, this is not the only time that Brooke and Katie have kind of gone back and forth. They
Mm-hmm.
had the Bold channels like posted like videos of them having their arguments when it was over, when Katie was with Ridge, and when Katie slept with when Brooke slept with Katie's husband the first time. She has always gone after Bill.
Who?
That is crazy.
Brooke?
Brooke. There
Wow.
was 3 or 4, actually 4 different scenes where they had like a kiss or indiscretion, or she woke up in the bed. It was like, good Lord. I can understand the insecurity from Katie, but I'm here for it. It's going to be temporary, but I'm here for it.
Cool. Okay.
They all buckle for Brooke.
Yep.
I've been waiting for them to do a Logan versus Logan, specifically Katie and Brooke, because to me that's been a long time coming, because they never really, I don't feel like we really got it back in the day. I feel like it was too short when all the stuff was happening with Bill. So I need them to make this one last for a little bit. Like, we need at least a year of these two battling each other in some way.
Okay. Yeah, I actually am enjoying it because for a while I think we had got weighed down with, because Luna has been back and forth over the past 2 years, and granted, I'm not gonna take anything from Lisa Yamato, which is why she got that Emmy. However, you know, y'all made her out to be the sweet girl, and then y'all turn around, y'all hint about who her daddy is, which didn't get really revealed until early 25, and then y'all turn her into this murderous person, which she obviously did a good job in the acting, because in other projects she's done kind of dark type of storylines, but now to kind of just pivot back to fashion wars, which we used to have with Sally Spectre and stuff, and that Sally should be back over here and not over at Y&R. We keep saying that. It's just nice to have kind of sort of break and get to something different for a change. That's just my opinion on that. All right, y'all got anything else on bold?
I'm good.
Nope.
Okay. We got BTG, and majority of this week, besides little things like with Leslie and the whole New Year's Eve kiss between Ted and Shanice, has been more about the breast cancer storyline, that triple negative, and her having the BRCA gene, which can spread to her children and grandchildren, and so everybody is pretty much in a scramble trying to get tested. Cat don't want to find out, you know. Then we have questions with Andre because of the fact that the moment to him it seems that a crisis happened. She runs, meaning Danny runs the bill. Nicole fell in Ted's arm over this situation, even though he's trying to keep it, arm's length because now he's interested in Shanice. And then, of course, Vernon is trying to deal with all of this too. And then the other thing, we had Joey and Vanessa go public at New Year's. And Leslie and Malone slept together. So, yep. Where y'all want to start?
Um, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this picture of
Which
Leslie.
one? Oh, Leslie.
Leslie. I'm like, oh, she is a forever side chick. Boy, boy, boy. But anyway, well, majority of the week was the stuff going on with Anita telling the family. I
Mm-hmm.
guess we could start there because the
Okay.
huge part.
It is a huge part. So, from the previous week, she found out that her biopsy came back as, not only that it was malignant, but the type of malignancy was triple negative. And so, just to kind of, give y'all a little bit, because obviously I'm a breast cancer survivor myself. There's different types. You got HER2 positive, HER2 negative, triple negative. You got some that are induced by estrogen, and the one that she has is the most aggressive. It's predicated on, and I went through genetic testing as well, but I do not have the BRCA gene because that was one of the things that my daughter was wanting to find out herself, because if I did have a BRCA gene, what could that mean for her? But I did not. So, and I had HER2 positive. I didn't have triple negative. That one is a little bit different. It's estrogen based, whereas triple negative is the opposite.
Okay.
Um, and so, with hers, in the case of Anita, in this example, she has to go through chemo immediately. The kids, even her son, because that's the other thing about that BRCA gene. It's not necessarily specific to the breast. It's also for ovarian and prostate. So that gene, that genetic mutation, have some different variants that it can cause problems with, and that's why Martin was need to get himself checked out and things like that to see if he has it as well. So
I love the this show is so well written with
mm-hmm.
the way that they rolled out this information because there were certain things I didn't know. I had no idea what triple negative breast cancer was. I didn't realize that there was different types, and maybe that's just me being naive when it comes to breast cancer, particularly. But the fact that they rolled out the information, the fact that we got different realistic reactions to hearing that news. And I like we have family members who could relate to this. We have family members who can relate to what Anita's going through, what Vernon's going through, what the kids are going through. And I definitely did cry quite a bit this week because there was like some things that just really hit home, especially with Kat's reaction to everything. Like everything made perfect sense, especially when it came to her reaction. I love that how everyone was like rallying around each other and supporting each other. Especially the way Bill stood up for Danny when it came to his daughters being so nasty and so negative to her, for not telling them sooner. And she just knew this less than 24 hours and she had to process things. And they didn't give her that grace, but he checked her. So I understand Andre may feel insecure about Danny running to Bill, but it was absolutely necessary to be there for Danny and for those girls. He spent a big chunk of his adult life around them, taking the cheating stuff aside. He was part of that family. He had every right to know. Same way with Ted, in the way that he's handled everything and telling Nicole, like, look, Kat has every right to feel how she feels and wants to go about her life the way she chooses to. First time you ever really seen Ted stood up for Kat. I had to give him kudos, especially in this regard. So this was well written, great storyline.
Yep, and it was obviously a way to end the season. As we all know,
Yes.
season 1 ended last week and began on Friday for season 2. So if you definitely needed a season finale, and again, some of you guys, I was one of those cities that did not get to see the season. Well, it didn't air. It didn't air on New Year's Day. For me here now, I know Keish in Ohio, she was able to get it on her screen. And Bree, you did not, right?
No, I didn't.
Right. So there were certain folks who were able to get to see it, and then or on their screens, because then there's some links and stuff that's going around if you didn't get a chance to see it on your TV screen.
Yeah, and Paramount Plus, and
Right.
To upload the full episode. But yeah, certain cities didn't get the season finale episode, but it was it was it was so good. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it by now, but just talent. Everyone's a talented actor. This is a great way to end a phenomenal season 1, if I do say so myself. And it just solidifies it's going to be really difficult to choose who's going to get Emmy nominations amongst that whole entire cast.
Right.
I mean, because I know not everyone can get nominated, but everyone has such great material to choose from.
Exactly.
That would be so hard to be part of that daytime Emmy committee, because it's like, how do you choose?
Yeah, I'm curious though, because they got tested. I wonder if one of the two daughters are going to be written to get the diagnosis.
I think Nicole is.
Mm.
I if it's not Nicole, then I can see Danny getting it, and it pulls Bill closer to her, creating a wedge between Danny and Andre. And then you have Haley feeling left out, or her plan is going awry because Bill's putting his attention to Danny. But I feel that, especially the way with Kat's reaction to this, something tells me it's going to be Nicole. And that's going to kind of force Kat's hand to either find out if she has the gene or not. But I'm curious to see the direction the Kat character is going to go in, because it seems like this is going to put her in a depression, even though she said she wants to live her life in rainbow and sunshine. It's going to be hard to do that when the family's going to be so worried about the grandmother. And if she finds out her mother has it, I feel that's going to really put her in a tailspin.
Yeah.
and Tomas is not going to do anything to help her, or well, there's nothing that he can really do to help her. I mean,
I was thinking, I was thinking that it was going to be Kat because of, um, because of her reaction to like deciding not to get tested if her mom comes back positive.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm starting to think that it's going to be Danny, and
Yeah.
I think one of her girls is also going to be positive, and I think Kat will end up kind of feeling bad because of the way that she reacted to the news, and now it's not her or her mom that has it, it's her aunt and her cousin. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe they're going in that direction because it's starting to feel too obvious that for it to be Kat and Nicole. And I think maybe, like what you were saying, Brie, maybe they're going to use this as some type of angst for Andre and Danny, because now Bill is going to be all up in the picture.
Yeah.
Trying to be there for her and
Yeah, and I
one
mean,
of the
there's
daughters.
obviously options if you find out that you have the gene. I know that there are women who find out they have it, and before they're even diagnosed, they get mastectomies
Mm-hmm.
or they do, what is it called? Breast, they get the mastectomy and get a breast reconstruction. So it kind
Mm-hmm.
of eliminates the possibility because you no longer have the breast tissue. So I mean, I don't know if they're gonna go that far with that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna go as they check the next generations for this gene, or if they're just going to bring awareness and Anita has it. Maybe they'll
And then
just everybody else will be fine, and because of Vernon's genes were stronger, it knocked that was kind of the similar issue we watched Brie on Sisters with that whole sickle cell
Mm-hmm.
with the whole sickle cell thing, and why Sabrina was trying not to have a child with what's the guy named Rich. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I just say that I enjoy, I like how they're handling this, and they're not, instead of like focusing on the drama, I guess that could be
The Golden
surrounding
Deal.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like they're having them take rational action. Like Anita isn't hiding this secret from everybody, um, and they're not like, they didn't drag out the testing. Like Danny and Nicole have already gotten tested,
Yeah.
and I feel like if they were going the normal route like some other shows do, Anita's family still wouldn't know about this. It would be like a month or two down the line, and she's still hiding the secret from everybody, but like Sharon and Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I love that they are like actually taking a realistic approach to it instead of trying to shoot for the cheap shock and awe or drama of someone being ill.
Yeah,
And
because even when Sharon got breast cancer, they didn't even. What about Mariah? What about Faith?
yeah.
They never even touched that. It was just localized to her going through the process and surviving it. So
Yeah. Like we got to see the port in Anita's chest. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that on any of the soaps. That
mm-hmm.
was such a real, everything is just real. And there could be a very good chance that neither Danny and Nicole have it. And this could create a storyline later down the line where Kat's going to feel relieved and not have to worry about doing the testing, and then only to find out that had she had done it, she would have been able to prevent it if she had cancer, prevent it or get it while it was early. And so that also might have been another lesson, another storyline in the works where both her auntie and her mom are okay. She's going to figure, okay, I don't have to worry about anything, and then find out something later down the line, or had certain symptoms later down the line, and she had a chance to get tested just to cover her bases, because it could skip a generation.
I thought they said it doesn't skip.
I thought they said it did skip. I don't know. They'll rehash it. We'll find out again. But anything's possible. This was, I loved every ounce of this. Everybody's emotion. Everyone who has.
Yeah, it says that the BRCA gene mutation does not skip generations.
Okay.
It's directly passed from parent to child with a 50% chance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then more than likely one of those women is going to have it, and that they're making a big deal about the BRCA gene. It would. Someone's about to get it. It's either going to. And it also makes me wonder, let's say if Danny were to have it, the way that Naomi was looking today's episode, maybe that might, have her rethink things in life, like having a child or building a family, while she was looking and trying to put her stuff on hold to be there for her grandmother. If she finds out her mother has it and then she tests positive for it, if that's going to reshape her life and want to leave something for her husband, and that could be a child. Like there's so many different ways they can write the storylines going forward. So this was kudos to them. They're just knocking it out the park with these storylines.
Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. And they're acting it out to the hilt. I'm telling you. I mean, they're knocking it out the park. They're doing a good job. The fear is there, the concern. Her and that conversation that she had with Bill. Because I mean, she was looking at Bill like, "What can you tell me?" But when he was like, "Listen, let me just tell you, just from having a stroke, this is what you're gonna feel, but don't feel this way. You the strongest person I know." I really like the fact, and it's also part of my intro of how he gave that support, to Anita in that conversation. Yep.
Yeah, and I know some people online were saying he shouldn't have been a part of this, but I can't see how he couldn't have been if he spent most of his adult life a part of that family. It's like, just because you separate yourself from the family doesn't mean the love just disappears and goes away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go ahead. I was one of those people that I didn't. My opinion isn't that he shouldn't be a part of it. He should.
No, you wasn't saying you.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying I was one of those people that kind of complained a little bit about Bill, but not because I didn't think he shouldn't be a part of it. I think, of course, he should be to some extent because of his girls, but it should definitely be more focused on his girls and not in Danny's face all the time. If it does end up being her, is my opinion, because not to say that he can't offer her words of support or whatever, but we know that it's not going to be just that with Bill. He's going to be trying to be there for her like he's still married to her.
Mm-hmm.
And because they don't have boundaries. Danny doesn't have boundaries with him. And I think that is, regardless of the fact that he's been in that family or had been in that family for 20 plus years when him and Danny were married, it doesn't mean that you just plant your flag there forever because you moved on with somebody else. This isn't your wife anymore. You're there for your kids, and that's it.
Yeah, but Andre is also worried because of how Danny is moving too.
Same thing with her,
yep.
And that's why I was saying she doesn't have boundaries. And I think I said this in the chat where Bill or maybe I did not remember, but Danny and Bill, to me, it reminds me of Steffi and Liam, where they had their toxic relationship, toxic marriage.
Mm-hmm.
and now they're divorced. They've moved on to other people, but like Steffi doesn't set boundaries with Liam, Danny doesn't have boundaries with Bill, and that's, to me, that's where the mistake
I
is.
mean, yeah, I agree with that. That was a perfect um, match to put those two sets of couples together. So yeah, it definitely makes sense. Yeah. All right, what y'all think about Shanice and Teddy Bear kissing on New Year's? Do y'all like that couple?
I don't have a problem with them.
I don't either. She could do better, but whatever gets her more seen and more airtime, and I'm okay with it. But the way that picture right there at the bottom left, the way he grabbing her by the neck and he looking at her like that was ooh. I
That's
was like,
kind of
okay,
hot, huh?
yeah. I was like, yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
My
you, Ted.
preference was for her and Derek, because I thought they were cute in their scenes together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like Bree said, if it gets her more screen time, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
There are a lot of people though online that are mad at Shanice because of the whole her setting. People feel like her setting Nicole up with Kyle was her trying to get Nicole out the way. And I don't think that's what that was, because
Mm-mm.
Nicole has not expressed any desire to get back with Ted.
Right.
She hasn't even like looked his direction in that way, and Carlton is still in the picture.
Yeah, but
So
then what do
just
y'all? But
because,
Keisha, let me ask you this then. What about that conversation in today's episode where she's kind of questioning how she landed in Ted's arm when she was talking to Danny?
um, I still think that was just a. I mean, maybe they're going somewhere with it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but up till today, up to
Mm-hmm.
this point,
Okay.
there was no signs of Nicole like spinning the block with Ted or even thinking about it. So
Gotcha.
I never took Shanice setting her up with Kyle as her trying to be sneaky because she's into Ted now, because Carlton is still in the picture. Just because, he had to cancel on her for the Winterfest thing didn't mean that her and Carlton weren't, excuse me, um, still seeing each other. So it was, I don't know, to me, it wasn't, I didn't see it as her doing something nefarious
Okay.
the way that some
Mhm.
people online have been saying anyway.
I thought I heard something about that. Bree, you see Sharon Rizzo said Derek is no longer on contract. He's now a recurring character. Did you hear anything about that?
I've seen people saying that online.
Mm-hmm.
Now they bumped John Lindstrom, if that's how you pronounce his last name. They
Yeah.
bumped him up to a main character because he's in the opening credits now.
Thank you, Jesus. It's about time.
Yeah.
They had
Mm-hmm.
him in a guest role, and I'm like, he's in the same amount of scenes as Andre.
Right.
So, I mean, episodes as Andre. So, I, if they did do that, that's not surprising.
Okay.
But we
Gotcha.
love Derek. He's still handsome. We just wished, he wasn't a part of Ashley's storyline, but,
Yeah,
we
Mm-hmm.
had to see how crazy she was.
I definitely think keeping him in Ashley's storyline hurt the character.
Yeah.
They should have
I was kind of
just him on
excited.
with Shanice.
I was kind of excited when the little coworker was hitting on him.
Yes. I'm like, what happened with that?
Right, y'all could have let that materialize instead of him begging to get back with Ashley.
Yeah,
And New Year's too.
I didn't mind that either, but I feel like he still needed somebody that had other connections to the canvas, and I don't even think that the new girl would have done much for him because she has no connection to anybody else but him. I think Shanice would have been a better option because she talks to other people in the show, if that makes sense.
I think she's
I,
also. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I, I was just gonna say I don't think that Derek was a strong enough character because it's just him, and Ashley is Ashley and Jacob, but like he doesn't have any family or anything like that. and Shanice has become like she's become a pretty popular character for her to be recurring. Um, I think that would have been the better option because it would be pairing him with someone that is already liked on the canvas.
Okay.
That's true. I get that.
Um. Yeah, I'm also not only putting them two together, but she can give Leslie a run for her money too, because
Girl.
Leslie tried to come for her today, and she wasn't having it.
Yes.
Oh, it's way better than Nicole has ever done.
Yes, yeah.
Way better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. And this is exactly what Leslie needs too. Because she really thinking she just walking around high mighty, being disrespectful. Like Nicole allowed that, but Shanice is not. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How you gonna tell somebody to stop thinking about someone that's not your man? Like,
right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
he
then
didn't want
call
to tell you
her a
where.
stalker, and she was like, "You the one to stalk her."
Right.
Right. I think she said it's obsessive or something, stalker or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, the nerve. I mean, given what you have done at the beginning of season 1, the nerve. But
Right.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And still continue to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It still continues to do.
Still in Ted's face. And he's told you more than once.
Yep. And
Like,
she
I don't
even
want
didn't
you.
when they had the little New Year's Eve party. Leslie saw them two together anyway, didn't she?
At the party?
Yes.
I didn't
Because she
remember her
looked
seeing
at them,
them.
didn't she?
I
didn't remember her being there.
Oh, okay. I thought sure she came in there and saw them too.
I didn't think they showed her on. Did they show her on New Year's Eve?
I can't remember.
I know I think she saw Ted at the hospital.
But then they met up and
But
she got, what did she order? And then on this particular scene, Ted was like, "Well, I guess I'll share that with you too." Or did you get the last piece of it? They were supposed to meet up for something. Hold on, let me see.
I have a question.
Yep. What you got?
After that stuff came out about Vernon and Sharon, did Nicole ever share, basically throw egg on Ted's face for ever believing Leslie, or did it not on screen? Missed opportunity. Bold. That's what I say. Bold. Missed opportunity. BTG. I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I did too. All we saw was Ted tell Leslie that she was wrong about the rumor. But yeah, they owed us that scene. We should have been able to see a scene of him getting cussed out by Nicole.
Okay. I'm trying to weigh y'all because we had Kenny Lattimore singing that night too.
Oh yeah, he was at Uptown. He was at Uptown and they were at Orpheus.
Okay, so that's what it was. Leslie went to the club. She see Joey and Vanessa dancing and kissing.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was. I thought it was Ted and Shanice. She saw Vanessa because it looked like, I guess she was trying to hit up on Joey.
She wants to have all these high players in her pocket, like she sees the breeze.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
She's trying to get him to fund that clinic.
So she's not wasting all her money. I'm like, no, let's burn through all her money.
Yep. So, and I agree, Crystal Harper. Welcome. She said Ashley is so boring. Why waste a new guy on her?
She about to get another love interest.
Yeah, I know, and that's Jordy, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Such a fine man, and this is such a waste.
Why are you gonna put her with you? Okay, whatever. I guess.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. I mean, I guess the whole thing with Joey and Vanessa is cute. I mean, she told Joey that her son pretty much gave his blessing. You know, for them to be happy. Yeah, I want to see what her daughter has to say.
Her daughter gonna come to town and make her life a living hell, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Your son told you she was struggling and wasn't trying to eat, wasn't trying to go to her classes, and you don't even spend any. You haven't spent none of the holidays. She didn't spend Thanksgiving with the kids. She was with Joey. She didn't spend Christmas with them. She was with Joey. New Year, same difference.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy to me. I could never do that to my son.
Mm-mm. I agree. Yeah, I mean, after everything, you just gonna be like, oh well, I'm just gonna move on, and I mean, yeah, your son figured out a way to deal with it, but your daughter is struggling. That's where you need to be. I mean, when did we lose Doug? Back in like September or something?
We've lost was it September? August or September, something like that. It's been a few months
Right,
since.
and this is what you trying to do. You worried about him, but not worried about her. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Boy, that was
crazy.
just so stupid.
That was. It really was. What do y'all think about the Ted when it came to Kat saying, you know, I'm gonna let you figure this out on what you
He was
decide to do.
finally a father. Mm-hmm. He finally stood up for his daughter. He was able to be objective and say, hey, I'm still going to be here for you, whatever you decide. It's your choice. And he wasn't trying to force feed um, this need to get it done because it's her choice. And some people and the part that really upset me as a viewer was some of the responses and certain comments I saw online about Kat's reaction as if she's not entitled to feel how she feels. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just so disrespectful. Saying, like, well, you get what you get, and this is why you're a brat, this is why no one ever wants to come to you, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why did Ted even go to her? Like, it's a waste of time. Just forget about her. I'm like, really? So, to answer the question, I was happy for this. This is something scary, and he's not trying to put so much pressure on her. He wants to leave that door open to where she can come to him, and he's not going to browbeat her with getting it done. This is such a, because it could hang over your head, and it could be very depressing and scary, and that's something she's never had to face or had to deal with. But yeah, I'm so proud of him for doing this. One thing, finally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with Bree.
Yep. All right. Let me see. Did we cover everything? I'm trying to, because I mean, most of the week, even though somewhat abbreviated, depending on where you were, was about Anita's story and the family trying to figure everything out. So, did we cover everything else? I'm trying to think. Go ahead.
I believe so. Leslie is back to her default as a side chick, as we can see. She doesn't care if a man is married or not. I think that is something that excites her. So this didn't surprise me.
And you know what? Somehow her and Malone just match.
Yep. Yes, they do. They definitely do. So, yep. Oh, that's what I meant to ask you guys. Do you all? I keep seeing rumors that Kobe Muhammad is pregnant. Is she?
I haven't seen announcements or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, because
I will only believe it when the person says it.
Right.
And I haven't even seen any pictures or anything that.
Because people was like, oh yeah, like you can tell in today's scene that she was showing, and I'm like, where?
Yeah,
like, and it's okay to think it, but if you're like openly posting it online, that's not.
Yeah.
But that's like going up to somebody's face and saying, "Are you pregnant?" Or I can see that you're pregnant.
Right. They might
Yeah.
just be, bloated or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
I think with Crystal Khalil, like she was showing because
Yeah,
she's a
that was obvious.
slim, she's slim.
Mm-hmm.
So any weight that she put on, you can tell she was rounding, and they were trying to hide it. They've been filming season 2 since September,
Mm.
so they're already months ahead. So we won't know per se, but she posts frequently on her Instagram and her social media. We would
Mm-hmm.
see it.
Oh yes. By the
I'm
way,
quick to call it
Paris
out.
Barnes says Samantha's clinic is not Leslie's.
Well,
Well,
it's
they making it hers.
Yeah, they
yeah,
sure
Leslie is
are.
calling it her clinic. Her clinic
yep.
that her and Eva are trying to set up is what she
Yeah, I
said the
hate the
last
way
time.
that went. That's the only downside about the show that I did not like. This young girl come up with the idea. Why didn't you talk to your family? You got several
Because they
doctors in
had to
that family,
they
but it's
had to
a
find a reason to.
exactly. You said that, Keish, that it was a plot line or something like that. You
They had to
described.
find a reason to something to give Leslie and Eva, and that was how they roped them into that.
Oh yeah, that's what else. Um, Isaiah wants more than French. Want to be more than friends. He
Oh,
wants.
they hooked up. That's right. I
Yeah, they
forgot.
hooked up, and he wants a relationship, and she like, yeah. Why do you think she's hesitating? Because she was more than happy to do some things with
Tomas.
Tomas, right?
I don't know,
Uh,
but she kills me when they have their little conversations, and she wants to talk about how she doesn't want to get hurt again. I put my feelings on the line and blah blah blah, and my heart was broken. And it's like, girl, you inserted yourself in a situation with someone who was already dating Kat.
Mm-hmm.
You did it on purpose
Right.
because you knew that they were seeing each other, and you did it out of spite when she introduced herself to Tomas, and she
Mm-hmm.
continued to do it. So her little sob story is about her heart being broken and being disappointed and let down by him. It's like you did that to yourself. You didn't have to. You didn't have to make that a triangle. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to do.
exactly.
That's the story that she keeps telling Isaiah, and it's like that's not what happened with you.
Right.
You wanted to be a side chick.
Just like your mama.
Mm-hmm.
And Mama's proud of it. Look at her. Look at her at
Mm-hmm.
the top right.
Yep. You exactly right, Key. She inserted herself in that. And granted, Tomas ain't innocent in this because he was a willing participant,
Yeah.
and he knew that he was involved with a contentious situation between two girls who were found out that they were sisters
Mm-hmm.
from with the whole situation with Ted. But yeah, how you gonna sit up and talk about you don't want to get hurt again? Because of what Tomas said when he walked out the door. Thank you,
Right.
but I enjoyed myself. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you
uh,
chose to do that knowing that he was still mentally involved with Catherine.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So stop with it. You got a dude who wants you clear and free. He ain't trying to talk to me. Now that I have a feeling they're gonna bring that Yolanda situation sometime
Yeah,
soon.
I do too.
Right.
It'll
But in
be
the
her karma.
meantime, he wants you.
And he's fine.
I know,
And
right?
oh my goodness,
And I think they went for round two, didn't they?
I think so. But man, if anyone has seen this actor when he does like his Instagram lives, I know I attended 2 of them. He has eyes just like Sean Dominic who plays Nate. Just this hazel light,
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
this
he
is a
just
beautiful. I mean, I don't
recently
know
get
what is.
married too?
Hmm?
Didn't he recently get married?
Yes, his wife is stunning.
That's what I thought. I thought I saw some clips on that.
when they were celebrating New Year's, his wife is stunning. But I'm like, Eva, do you not see who is in front of you right here?
I know, right?
It, if
Pam
she
showed
saw what he
enjoyed
did
it.
on Sisters,
That's why I say Pam sure enjoyed it in the alley
girl,
up against the wall.
girl, oh, I wish I could find that scene so you can see Keith. I think you had posted it. Didn't you post it, or you sent it to me,
I
or
don't
something
think
like that?
I don't think I posted it, but I remember that. Shoot, Karen
He,
walked outside and was like, "Wait, what?"
he was tearing anyway. I don't know what Eva's thinking. Look, he all about you, all about Eva, even though everyone warned him not to be around her. So I'm not sure what she's waiting on. Is she still hanging her hat, waiting for Tomas or something? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take them.
I heard that, girl. You go ahead with your bad self.
Look, I need a new man. It used to be Carter, it used to be Nate.
So now it's Isaiah, huh?
Look, it's hard not to. My goodness, it's a delicious looking man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, ladies, if that is your man. He's mine now.
Oh Lord, here she go. All right, now that we cover everything, I can't think of any. Yes, no.
I think we're good.
Okay. All right. So it is. I know some folks had to bow out because obviously it is a Monday night, and it's about 10:30 on the East Coast or the Eastern Time Zone. And I know we wanted to talk about categories. Do you think we can run through them before we hit the segments?
Um,
What do y'all want to do?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm fine either way.
yeah, I'm good either which way. If you feel that we would run over, I guess we can do it a different night. I don't know.
Okay. Let me see.
I
Okay.
think good
All
either which
right.
way.
Okay, so one of the things we talked about on the best and worst of 2025 on that Wednesday morning show that was on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You got we were talking. Ooh, hold on. What happened? Okay, there we go. We were talking about categories to kind of discuss some things, and Bree had some things, and I think Keish had a few things that she came up with. And so, one, I'm gonna go through this, and then you can kind of, quickly if you want to say a couple things or whatever. But Bree, one of your things was crime, lies, and zero consequences. So these are people who have lied, people who had committed some crimes, but they got no consequences behind it.
Yeah.
And did you want to go through them, or did you want me to run down the list?
Oh, I can go through them.
Okay.
So we had Luna and the essay to Will.
Mm-hmm.
Luna pew-pewing Sheila and Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Lee harboring a whole fugitive and not alerting the police.
Right.
She was like, she went back to work, was able to be free. She's with the grandkids,
right,
and everything. Like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And in the course, we have Leslie and her attempt to unalive Laura twice. One running her off with the motorcycle, and then also spiking her IV with high levels of potassium, causing that girl to have a cardiac arrest. And of course, you have Eva covering up the evidence.
Okay.
Then you have Kane creating an illegal AI software that everyone knows about that he created. No consequences. Then you have Victor, who was able to get access to that illegal software, use it on Kane and Matt's companies that everyone is aware. So why not get the police involved? I'm trying to think of what else. Those are the few that I had.
Okay. Did you have any, Keish?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, but I can agree with those. That was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of those storylines where folks just got away scot free.
And Mariah for attempting. First, she did it. Then she attempted to do it, but she managed to get away. The hotel clerks knew what she did because that's how Tesla got the information, and
Mm-hmm.
she was able to walk off scot free and just check herself into a facility that she took herself out of.
Yep.
No consequences.
Alrighty. So the next one, loose ends and letdown. So storylines that didn't come to a real fruition, or it was like womp womp. It was like, okay, that's what this storyline ended up to be about. And did you want to go through those too?
Sure. So for Y&R, I think we all can agree Errol started Mom and the AI software. This entire was a complete letdown. There were so many loose ends. I mean, you might as well just cut the whole thing out. Like everything that happened in Nice, everything that happened with the back and forth between who's in power, who's not, and then it all came down to Kane just waving a white flag and saying like, "Hey, give me pennies on the dollar for my company, and then I'll admit defeat." Like so weak.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had the Forrester coup on bold. So you took the company, you didn't roll out any fashions. They rolled out the perfume line and the jewelry line. Nothing for hope for the future during that time frame. Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
only for Carter to give the company back. And that was it. That was all.
That was it.
Nothing special.
I agree.
And then, of course, the stuff that happened with Mariah. And there was something from BTG. I can't remember. Crap. I forgot. My bad.
Okay.
There was something. There was something regarding Andre. I cannot remember. That was a loose end that it didn't address. But
probably did it have to do with how it seemed like maybe there was something in his background because he didn't want to take pictures and didn't feel
yes,
put a private investigator on him or something like that.
And yes,
and nothing else. Nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah, like what was that about? And I'm like, so what happened in Paris? Why did he leave? Why did he kind of stop his career? I don't know. Like that didn't make any sense to me.
Right. Okay. Alrighty. Then, okay, now what did you mean by couples court for last year?
So these were couples who had things that were called into question, like Ted and Nicole, for example, with the stuff that transpired with them, and kind of like giving like a fun judgment. Like I was going to punish Ted to he gets no women, no nookie, no nothing. I was going to have Nicole leave him without anything.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And he is sentenced to being with Leslie forever.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, you got a whole list. Ted, Nicole, Vanessa, Joey, Kat, Tomas, Kyle and Claire, Sheila Deacon, Noah, Sienna, Lauren and Michael, Nikki and Victor, Ashley and Derek, and Naomi and Jacob.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would have been a whole show.
I know, right? I know,
they all had a lot of stuff come into question.
Right, exactly.
Like I was going to have Naomi and Jacob just break up. Like they did not need to be together.
What? You're so silly. Yeah, did you have anything on those that or no, Keish?
What was the topic? Couples court.
Yeah.
That's what you said. No, nothing specific. I mean, there was definitely a lot of hot messes.
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really have anything specific to point out.
Gotcha.
But I would like to see Naomi and Jacob break up. I need Tomas to get away from Kat.
Mm-hmm.
But she definitely deserves better. Um, the whole whoever Ted ends up with, I don't care anymore. He got on my nerves.
Mm.
He
Gotcha.
deserves to be alone, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, you need to be by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Social media frenzy. Kat and Eva, Brooke and Katie, and Naomi and Jacob. So these, I'm assuming, Bree, are people that's put social media. Well, on people on social media took it to a whole nother level with their comments, conversations.
Yes,
Okay, gotcha. They
this
broke
is
the
what.
internet.
Yeah, they definitely woke up the internet. They did a lot of sides were divided this year. I think Kat and Eva, without question, everyone was talking about these two
Mm-hmm.
ever since the show was started. And it created a lot of conversations that we don't really get to have with the other two shows, or they don't go to great lengths like they have. And I think another thing too, when it came to Naomi and Jacob, that definitely created a whole lot of different viewpoints that had a lot of conversations surrounding it about who should want to be parents
Mm-hmm.
and having the right to choose, like different things like that. So and of course recently with the stuff with Brooke and Katie, I see a lot of that online about like how Brooke has always disrespected her sisters and how Katie picks and chooses when she's mad at her family, and the fact that she's an idiot for getting back with Bill, but can't forgive Brooke. There's a lot of Team Brooks regarding this Katie situation.
Mm-hmm.
Much to my surprise. So it was just like those were like a few of the topics that created a lot of conversations online. Like especially Kat and Eva. Everywhere you turn, someone's either doing a video or there's like a huge, like a lot of comments surrounding them. It's definitely created a lot of social arguments.
Well, I mean, it's even Kobe have done little video skits because one of her videos say when they tell me to leave Eva alone, and then she goes like she walks out that room dancing like I'm about to head over there to mess with her again. So even she's
Yes.
playing into the frenzy as well.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. This was this is how the show has like impacted a lot of the viewers, and when the writing is that good to where you have people like talking about like and sharing their stories like, oh, my sister did this, or my sister slept with my husband.
Oh
I
my
saw a lot of
God.
that. I was like, oh wow.
I guess there's another thing that I would say that kind of I don't know if it did or didn't, but it seemed that it didn't go as they expected was the Chelsea Cat launch with those purses
Yes,
online.
actually, they they're really promoting it's a real designer who creates those bags.
Right, but is it
Mm-hmm.
selling is what I was wondering. What is the
they're they're doing like a
In real life,
season 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
is
They're
that what were you saying in real life? Or is it selling, or are you
Right,
talking
cuz
about on the
yeah,
show?
Yeah,
because they sell those bags to the public.
they
Yeah,
sell them to the public. They had a fashion show.
yeah, they were at New York Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yes.
they gained traction. They have like a new release. So the show has impacted a lot, and they're helping out like real life designers. And this one, I don't know the lady's name, but she actually creates those bags that we see. And she named them Chelsea Cat,
Mm.
which is smart. Get that exposure, and they already had the fan bases. I want one actually,
Oh, okay.
just to say I had one.
Hmm. Alrighty. And then of course she got her list for Simp of the Year 2025.
We have so many contenders this year. That's so sad. Um,
And in no
we
particular order.
no particular order. We have Kyle, Kane, Michael, Vanessa, Jack, Holden, Noah. Actually had Daniel Romalotti as well. Um, Carter at the beginning of the year, and we have Derek from BTG.
I agree
And
with all of it.
if I missed any, please let me know.
Yeah,
Okay, I think we're all good.
Yeah, I think we're all good.
So many contenders. I don't even know who would get the award. But they definitely earned their right to be a Simp of the Year for 2025.
Gotcha. Okay. And then quickly we had some other things. And Keish, what did you have? What did you have on your own?
I thought we were doing that whole list that you sent me with.
With the best. Yeah, that's still there.
We don't have to do that if you guys aren't going to name anything. I only
because there was best heroine, which Bree, who did you say your best heroine was?
That was Kat. This girl came in and was trying to save the day, and she's trying to get justice for Laura. She had no problem getting her hands dirty trying to look for Chelsea after that crazy Allison storyline. She's just been trying to save the day, and I feel like she's definitely done that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. What about the worst storyline?
Kane.
Yeah, that whole Dumont thing. Yeah, that was crazy. And that stupid maze. It's just like, why? Why are we doing this maze? Only to bring this guy back to make him a wuss.
Yeah.
Is that what you said for the worst storyline?
Yep. What you had?
Yeah. Oh, that was like 6 months of build up or something like that before we even got to that point.
Yep.
A mess. I did have that, and I had Bill pardoning Luna, like everything that came with that.
Oh, okay. That's a good one too.
That was stupid.
I can agree with that. What about best rivalry?
Oh, that's hands down Eva and Kat right now. It was between that and then Leslie against the world. It was between those two rivalries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Leslie versus the Duprees.
Yeah, I could see that too. But
and
go ahead.
I was gonna say I have my issues with it, with the way some of it has been written, because I don't feel like it's been very balanced. Like there hasn't been any. It's basically been Leslie winning everything,
right,
against them. However, when I think of like some of the other stuff that has gone on the other shows, none of them really had any great rivalries on there either. So, I mean, I guess this was just the newest and the freshest, and maybe a little more entertaining than the others. But yeah, that's about the best I could come up with.
Worst exit.
Chancellor.
Right. I agree with that. I agree.
I can agree with that one. Man, why did they have to? Anyway.
Him and Damien, actually.
Right. That was
but I feel like Chance's was just was worse because he was the last of Chancellor line, and they just
when they ended it.
They ended it there. Unnecessarily. It wasn't necessary. It just wasn't.
It just wasn't. Best couple, I would say Vernon and Anita.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Vernon and Anita for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree with that. Worst secret.
Finn being Luna's father.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
terrible,
that was terrible.
awful, awful,
Oh,
awful.
oh my god.
I
You
mean,
just show how
seriously.
nasty you are.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
they
was
had this man go through all of that only to drop that secret to her and then say, "Okay, bye."
it wasn't even that part of the like that part is neither here nor there. The secret in general of him and his aunt,
Oh, that part. Okay.
that part of it was what was terrible.
Like,
I don't give two craps about Luna finding out and him not wanting anything to do with her. She deserved that. But the secret that you and your aunt slept together, yeah.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
not only that, just the Poppy's reaction um with Lee as well. Like all of
it's beautiful.
Poppy's reaction to it in general just made it 1,000 times worse because she's still defending it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was beautiful. It was special. It was ours.
He wanted it just as much as I did. How do
Oh
you say that
God.
to? How do you say that to your sister?
Right.
Like, are you
That's
kidding
why
me?
she
Right
choked
now?
her out.
She should. That would have been grounds for unaliving, and
I
she
mean,
could have
she was
pled
at the
temporary
hospital.
insanity.
She was
That
at the hospital. She could have been an organ donor right there.
Mm-hmm.
that would have been a good temporary insanity
Right.
excuse.
Yep. All right. Most missed opportunity.
For me,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
put. Sorry, I put actually going through with Chance and Summer being together and getting married. Even if they were going to ship both of those characters off screen, you could have married them and sent them both to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
That way, there's another path to like the Chancellor line. Like have the two of them start a family. I just it just blows my mind that they did not go that route with him.
Mm-hmm. What you have, Bree?
Um, I feel like they had a missed opportunity with because I'm not gonna. I don't even care about the AI software. They had a missed opportunity with Roger Hagwell, who plays Matt Clark. He should have been Tucker McCall.
Mm.
Like, I can see it. I can even envision it. He would have been perfect. This was a great opportunity, and it would have kept the actor around because he's talented. So I'm just not a fan that they're using him this way. But he's definitely doing his thing with the role that he's given.
Yep. Okay. Actually, we kind of talked about that earlier, actually. So, yep. Um, best wedding.
You know what? Um, because it was done and over with.
You gonna say Brook and Ridge?
Exactly. That's exactly what I had.
Yep.
Oh,
Quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't go no dress, no horses, no nothing.
yeah. We did not need a Brooklyn Ridge wedding.
Mm-mm.
That was perfect the way they did it.
Yep, just get it done, get it over with in one episode. I'm good with that.
Yep. All right. Best psycho.
So many to choose from.
Mine was Aunt Jordan.
Ooh. Yeah, Aunt Jordan
Yeah.
was kind of crazy.
I know we lost her like
early.
25, but it was still in 25.
Right.
And I picked her because she was actually someone that in some way paid for what she did. Like she was actually locked up until Ian got her out, and then she was unalived.
Yeah.
but I don't feel like she was one that was just allowed to do whatever and then try to integrate her back into society. Like she didn't just try to take out a whole family, unlike they did with Claire.
Right. Okay. I was thinking, I mean, Luna was up there, but Leslie is just, that girl is all over the place, and
And
they definitely made her an antagonist, and she's, Trisha Mann Grant is doing an excellent job at it.
I agree with that.
Yep. So, all right. Most rejuvenated character, somebody that was in the sidelines on the background, and they really brought the character forward. And
Shanice.
okay, I'm gonna say Deacon.
Oh, that's a really good one.
mine
Yeah,
was Liam.
yours was Link. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Deacon had. I mean, they really reinvented this man's character. Now, I'm not saying the picking of Sheila was, but he's now running his own business. He's looking to expand his business. Um, he's been a straight and narrow pretty much, so yeah, they really put some life back into that character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Best reunion.
The Articulate.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What
I
did you
see.
have, Keish?
Mine was Deke coming home.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
Especially and they really have him interacting with Hope a lot, with his
Mm-hmm.
dad, the conversations, everything. I mean, it was more to me of Hope bonding with Deke than she did when RJ was on screen. Now, I don't know what the new
Sure did.
RJ is going to be like, but when RJ was on screen, it was just like, you know. Whereas Deke, oh my God, I've been following you online. I know you got a new love in your life. Who is he? You got to sit down and tell me. We ain't never heard her sound like a BFF to RJ.
Nope.
You know what
Not
would
at
be
all.
hilarious
Hmm.
is if when RJ comes back, he turns out to be bi, and him and Deke start a relationship,
Oh,
and
wow.
she would know how it feels. She'll know how RJ felt when her and Thomas were dating.
Wow.
That is a twist of all
That's
twists.
kind of, yeah, that's a definite twist. And I guess that's the next one, most shocking twist, but that didn't happen, but that would be a shocking twist.
Yeah.
Um before that one is worst wedding.
The Lope wedding was terrible.
Girl,
Oh.
I agree. We didn't need it. This is the eighth
They
wedding.
should have. Yeah, they should have did exactly what Bridge did.
Mhm.
They could have did this off screen. We didn't need
Mm-hmm.
a whole 3 day wedding affair. No, they've
Yeah.
done this 8 times. They know how to do it. Okay, they could have went down to the courthouse. They could have had this at Chuck E. Cheese or something. Since we had Beth Planet, it didn't need to take any of this. No.
Well,
Yeah.
well, my worst wedding is Haley and Bill. I mean, they had to pretty much had Vernon bribe the family to be there. Danny showing herself by shooting up the place and everything. Haley even don't even want this man. She just want access to his witches. So yeah, I gave it. That was the worst wedding. Even though it was
It
soapy
was
shock
entertaining.
value, and it was the lead off, for the season. So, most shocking twist.
That was actually mine.
Yeah, with
It was
Haley.
Haley. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him
Great
being a
twist.
scammer. That was a really good twist,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow made her character likable for me anyway.
Yes,
Right.
I agree.
Yep. Um. Worst visiting character.
Mine was
Like,
Grace.
Okay.
okay.
Not because I didn't like the character Grace.
Mm-hmm.
It was because of what her storyline ended up like, what it ended up being
Being,
as to why
yeah,
they brought her back. I
yeah,
didn't like the outcome of it.
yeah. That makes sense. I mean, as much as and I know he got a nomination for it, but the guy that played Tom,
Oh gosh, yes, that's a
um,
good one.
yeah, I mean, no shade to him because he go way back. He goes way back to, cause I'm a Trekkie. I love the old Star Treks from the 1960s with William Shatner and all them. He was one of the most notorious kids that played in that series. So I remember him from way back when. But just bringing him here, I mean, and then I don't know. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mine is Danny and Christine.
Oh
Oh
gosh,
dang.
We, I'm like, why? I, like, why?
just
This
why?
is another wedding that could have happened off screen. At least they did it in a day.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well.
Yeah, and I mean, even bringing back Cameron Kirsten in Sharon's dreams, all bloodied every day. It's just like, did we need to? I mean, I know his wife was happy to have him on set all the time. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, we just took this man out about a year or so ago, and then you bringing him back in her dreams. Why? With the same
Right.
bloody shirt on for what, about 3 months?
Yeah. Well, longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Because you Bree used to crack jokes about that bloody shirt.
Because I'm like, it was funny. There was a episode where you can tell that they had like two different shirts because the stain was on one end. The next scene, it's on another.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
It is. I'm like, oh goodness. I was so happy he got his nomination. I'm a little disappointed he didn't win
Mm-hmm.
because this was actually really great work. I forget who won. But yeah, I got so tired of seeing that shirt. I'm like, that shirt deserved a nomination because it
Right.
was working my nerves.
Yep. Did you have anything for that, Keish?
What were you on?
The last one, which was
Worst visiting
worst visiting
character.
character.
Oh yeah, I said Grace.
Oh, Grace. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
she said Grace.
That's right. Okay, cool. All right, so we got through it. I wanted to make sure that I covered those because we didn't get a chance to cover them on Wednesday. And then we'll get you guys out of here. We still want to run through quickly our flips and all that stuff. And then we'll get you guys on your way. And then we'll have our next show on Friday night this week. Okay?
Woo!
Yeah, so it'll be, I've been one off of the every other week. It's been different because it's always something going on the opposite week. So that's why. But this Friday is a Friday show. So, um, all right. So what we flipping on Young and the Restless for the week of December 29th?
I actually would have liked for Phyllis to extract the software and just laid low and was quiet and attacked Jack's company for New Year's.
Gotcha. I wish Adam should have dealt. I should have been the one to deal with Matt Clark other than Nicholas,
Mm-hmm.
cause and then don't use zip ties. Use a metal handcuff. Even Matt knew to use that on Sienna. Why would you put a plastic zip tie on this dude?
I don't know.
That was dumb.
All the things.
What you got, Keisha? You really didn't have nothing for
Mm,
Y&R, right?
no, but I will say I would have rather Sharon had told Sienna to get out of her house after they got her back from from Matt, because she gave her a look when they first got back to the house after they rescued her,
Mm-hmm.
and her and Noah were sitting on the couch hugging, and Sharon was looking like she was rolling her eyes like, "Oh my God, get this woman away from my son."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping in the future that she has a problem with Sienna. Like, I want to see them bump heads because she doesn't think she's good enough for Noah,
Yep.
or that she's trouble for Noah, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what are we flipping on bold?
When Miss Dillon was looking at Will through the window, I wanted Electra to catch that.
Okay, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. Dang, I'm trying to see where would I would have flipped. Cause I mean, they were really going. Oh, I know what I would have flipped. Them not bringing up Bill and their past between Katie and Brooke, and if you really wanted to bring up about why she feel a certain way, they could have stuck to the whole PR situation that happened at Forrester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like it disappeared all of a sudden,
Right. Why are we
yeah, it
talking
did.
about something that happened ages ago? They gotten past that.
and they just got remarried,
Right, both of them.
both of them.
Mm,
Yep. What you anything, Keish?
no, I don't have one for bold. I
Okay.
can't think of one.
BTG flip.
Mm.
In all honesty, it was a perfect week. I There's nothing I would flip, and that's just being real. I'm trying to think.
On New Year's Eve, I wouldn't have mind having Derek come in with the coworker.
Mm.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
You know, I mean, because they were all there, and then Ashley and them, it was awkward. Oh, we'll be friends. And I'm like, man, listen, move around.
Really?
Yeah, so he come in there with the coworker, smiling and happy. Oh, hey, Ash, and keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's still gonna pine after her,
I
even when she's dating
know,
somebody.
I know. Um, okay, so who's taking seats on the Young and the Restless?
Sharon and Noah, for me.
Okay,
No one told y'all to leave the house.
I'm gonna
There's a
have.
reason why you guys were there. You're not making any arrests. You just took a ride just to say 2 words, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give a seat to for two different reasons. One to Holden and one to Claire. Claire just needs to mind her own business. Why do you care? So you can stick it to
Right.
Audra and then what? And Holden, you need to take a seat because you about to put yourself behind prison bars for the box.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a different type of seat.
Oh my God. Keith, you got any seats?
Nick and Victor, just for the way they handled the whole Matt Cart
Right.
BS.
And I mean, Adam tried to tell him, like, are you? And the way Adam looked, you sure you want him to handle this? Yeah, okay, pops. Um, okay, who's taking seats on Bold?
I mean, we'll definitely give it to Brooke
I'm gonna give one to
and
Ridge.
Donna.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one to Ridge for talking about why did Katie marry Bill again when you just got married. I mean, come on, man. And I'm gonna give one to Deacon for going trying to talk about instability in Thomas's past when your own daughter was just with him in under the last 2.5 years. Be quiet.
Yeah, she had no qualms. She
Mm-hmm.
lost her mind when he left.
Yep. Anything, Keish?
No, I agree with giving Brooke a seat.
Okay. All right. Seats on BTG.
Haley.
Okay.
Just so mean and so evil, so hateful. Because she was listening to when Danny was talking about her mother, her looks on her face, like, ugh, I don't care. Like, just so, like, you don't have a heart at all. Like, you and Leslie would get along so great.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Eva a seat for trying to play the victim when Isaiah was asking for a relationship. Oh, don't want to get hurt. You brought that on yourself, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Keish?
I can't think
A seat for anybody?
of a seat. I mean, the two that you guys gave were good, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I can't think of. I mean, I want to give Tomas a seat just for existing.
Dang.
just for existing around Cat, just for being with Cat. Like I want him to go away. Not off the show,
mm-hmm.
but I want him away from Cat. Anytime I see them and things together, I hate it.
Okay. I'm gonna give Vanessa a little bit of a seat. You know, you up in there trying to show the world who you with, but you can't even show your daughter no compassion.
Oh, that's right. That's a good one too.
Yep.
It's like, girl, go see about your daughter. Anyway, all right. Star of the week. YNR.
Roger Hay.
Yeah,
What?
what?
Sophie's, y'all can correct us in the comments on the
Right.
replay. I know it. But you guys know who we're saying. This is the guy who plays Matt Clark.
Oh, it's Howarth.
Talented.
It's Howarth. Howarth.
How? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you said. Talented actor. I loved him. He's so funny. He's a great addition to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Breeze Pete.
Yep, that's a good one. That is a good one. Bold.
I had to give. I think I'm gonna give it to Heather Tom.
Okay. I agree with that.
With Brooke.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all a quick question. Does it seem like the Steffi character has been a lot more reserved lately?
Yeah, she's kind of like ever since the stuff that happened with Luna, she's just on the back burner a little bit. Maybe that's just the actress thing, trying to recover from, she just had a fifth child, got maternity, she a busy girl behind the scenes. But she was just at the beach house, and we see her in scenes at the office a little bit. Like we saw her a little bit with the scenes with Hope, where she told him to fire Deke. But yeah, she's just on idle.
She seems to be playing more of a
supporting role, right?
Supporting role, kind of like a top two. Okay. For everybody else.
I was just wondering, like, is she like real reserved right now? I'm like, oh, okay. So, all right. Star of the week. BTG.
Man, there's too many to choose from.
Yeah.
That cast.
I want to say Tamara.
Yeah, she did good.
But also Clifton Davis. Yeah. Because of his reaction to what's going on with Anita. Mm-hmm. We just give it to both of them.
Yeah. Because it's her storyline, and the two of them are really doing a good job with that, and everybody is following with it. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Pickle of the week, YNR. Nicholas. Your dumb butt.
Mine is Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just so, like, you can't trust anybody, but you ain't got no one around you that's trustworthy, just saying.
And I gotta throw Noah in there. This man, it's just like he just never learned. This boy just never learned. He's just always running off. And then you get you brought this mess, all your whole family. And I went through that whole list of things. It's like, oh my God, Noah, sit down somewhere.
For real. You in your mid-30s. Do better.
Yeah, that man, he is. What's the word? He got his nose wide open. I just say that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, Pickle bold. Unless you got one. Oh, did you have one, Keisha? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, bold.
Uh, Reg is gonna get a pickle because I'm like, you putting all this energy into a pet name that you gave the woman you spent half of your life with, half of your
Mm-hmm.
time with, because
Yeah.
every other year you break up with her.
Yep.
Yeah, and he really just being a hater in general.
Mm,
Just what he
yeah.
was sitting there talking about, because the stuff that he was saying today about Katie and her new line, he would be saying regardless of this whole trademark thing, because he was basically attacking um her business
Ambitions.
Capabilities.
Yeah.
yeah her capabilities. That's the perfect word for it. And it's like none of that was necessary.
Right.
You're upset that she took that the Logan name for her company, but why are you dogging what she can do or how successful she might be? Which is something that Brooke also did when she told her she was going to fail. So yeah, I agree with Ridge being the pickle.
Okay.
And even Steffi and Carter were like, well, she's got connections from being in PR. She's good at networking. They were kind of in a sense defending Katie um, to Ridge because of the way he was talking about she didn't know what she was doing and she was gonna fail and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Okay. Pickle BTG.
Oh, I'll go and give it to Leslie.
Yeah. The royal side chick and the stalker.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is, she was a wife, and she said that she didn't like being a wife.
Yeah, she. I think she liked undermining people. So in the
Mm.
back of her mind, she's undermining the wife, but the wife is like, she out of there anyway. So, but still,
Yeah.
why you don't want to
She,
get involved in something that's unfinished business? It's just messy. But I think she's trying to get leverage on this man. That's what this is about.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
What y'all got? I know you said, who said Leslie alongside me?
Oh, that was me.
That was you. What about you,
I
Keith?
agree with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got our Shimp Olympics.
Oh boy. So I was writing them out so I wouldn't forget.
Okay.
So at bronze, I have Holden.
Okay.
Silver, I have Vanessa.
Okay.
Gold, I actually have Michael for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then platinum, I have Noah. But cosmic is going to go to Jack.
Oh God, yes, that's a good one. I put Noah up at the second, up under Jack, because
Under gold, under platinum.
under Jack, you said he was cosmic, so
Yeah, I had Holden bronze, Vanessa silver, Michael gold, Noah platinum, and then Jack cosmic.
yeah, that my top three is Michael, Jack, and Noah. The three of them, I mean, dude sold out for a coin. Noah he just takes off at any moment, no matter what, to take care
Mm-hmm.
of Sienna. And Jack was stupid to think that Nikki was gonna turn on her husband to help him.
Like, has she done it at any point of her
Exactly.
life?
Exactly. Lily Winters Award.
That's going to go to Chelsea and Naomi for the way that they disrespected their mom.
Gotcha.
Like, they came in hot for absolutely no reason.
Uh-oh, some you muffled, Bree.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Not even considering how this affected their mother, that she just learned this information, but for them to say, like, we should have been the first call. You should have called as soon as you find out. It's the attitude, and I'm so happy that Bill quickly got them together. It was absolutely necessary. Disrespectful.
Yeah. But you got anything on that, Keish?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Ridge and Deacon because they got a lot of audacity. First to be talking about Thomas, and then second of all for him to be talking about some who. Why did somebody marry somebody? Man, stop it.
Yeah. Like are you not happy in your marriage? Or are you concerned about someone else's?
Exactly, especially Ridge. I mean, I might slide Deacon over to the slide, but Ridge especially. You sitting there talking all that stuff. And that's not the first time he brought that up about this whole marriage between Bill and Katie. Why did she marry him again? Why do you care? You done been through an engagement and a marriage in less than 6 months.
Okay. Let's talk about your choices in life. And who you hurt this last year.
Exactly. So, please. All right, y'all got anything else before we shut it down and give you guys the rest of your Monday night?
No, I'm gonna be so happy to get my son's little uniform together. He go back to school
tomorrow.
Like, yay!
Christmas break is officially over. Time to go back.
Goodness. I love my son. Let me be very clear.
What you say?
I love my baby.
Oh, please,
but
I understand.
Some parents understand. Mm-hmm. I'm like, whew.
I remember when they was at home, Christmas break, summer break, even when they come home to visit and they're here for a couple weeks and it'd be like, oh, my house. Y'all ready to go? All right, I'll see y'all in a few months. Bye.
Okay. Okay, so people can relate.
Yeah, especially after Thanksgiving they was here. Girl, I still got food that they bought. Well, like, it's non-perishable. But they left all this stuff here. I'm like, take the food with you.
Adding extra stuff to the house that you didn't ask for.
Right. And my daughter be back up here in March. And then it's like, oh Lord, here we go. So Bree, I understand. Even during the days when they were in school and when they're grown and they come home for visits.
Like, look, I just, it feels different. I'm glad I don't feel crazy. Thank you for.
Well, here's the crazy thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Is that when they come to your house, they live wild. You got shoes and coats and stuff everywhere. But go to their house, oh, Mom, take your shoes off at the door. It's like, wait a minute. Y'all don't do that in my house. But then when I come to your house, then y'all got to be all protective of whatnot. I'm like, oh, okay, I see that. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That was so funny. All right, you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go again. This coming week for the week of the 5th through the 9th. That show will be y'all gonna be available on Friday night.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I will not be.
Oh, okay.
My parents are coming into town.
Oh, okay. Birthdays or something?
No, they're coming to see my nephew play basketball.
Oh, high school?
Nice.
Yeah, he's in high school. He's got his one of his little basketball games this weekend.
Ah, I love basketball.
Yeah,
Basketball and football.
yep. Those are my two sports.
Mm-hmm. And the Bears, we are in the playoffs finally.
Uh,
So are the Steelers.
What's
you know what?
Crazy
I'm not even
game.
trying to.
what you say?
Y'all can miss me with that. I'm so upset. The Colts, we were on a really good,
Come
a
on,
good start,
Bree.
and then it.
Let us have it. We even beat the Cheeseheads. We went 1-1 because they won the first game. We won the second one, but they ended up being the wild card. When I think we placed number 2, but we're number 1 in the NFC. So yeah, I'm okay with that. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I wish you guys the best, but I will not say that for next football season. Okay, we were on a roll. It's okay. We don't sit down for this, but we gonna get it together by next year. By
Who's your
this
team?
next season.
Okay, cool. Who's your team, Keish?
Pittsburgh.
Are they in it?
Yeah, so they played the Ravens
Mm-hmm.
last night, and they made it off of a missed field goal. They were
What?
down. The Ravens were down 2 points,
Mm-hmm.
and they kicked. I forget how many yards the field goal was, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a pretty like a common um, distance. I don't think it was like a far distance where it was like, oh man, we don't know if he's going to make it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be over, and he missed, and
Ooh.
that's how they got in. Watching the Steelers play is like you're either going to be annoyed because they're going to be getting the crap beat out of them
Mm-hmm.
when they shouldn't be, or it's going to come down to like some crazy like last second play, and that's exactly what happened. Like for 3 quarters, they were either losing or they were catching up to them, and then in the fourth quarter, both teams for whatever reason just started scoring touchdowns. Like the last 8 minutes of the game, 5 minutes of the game,
Wow.
and it got all the way down to they were up by 2, and the Ravens had the ball, and they missed that kick. So we kind of got in off of their mistake, not because
Oh,
we
right.
just
Not
played
because
so
y'all
well.
played something. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I definitely, we'll probably talk about it briefly as it's time going because we getting Super Bowl to be next month. We'll see who
Yep.
get there. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we will end it here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And until this week, well, until the next video, because I'm probably going to do one tomorrow, um, we'll see you guys later. Bye, Sophies.
Bye, everyone.
99.